Are you ready for some football?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Thick and Thin Sports Cast with your hosts, Nate Hanks and Travis Watson. We're here to talk all things sports and just have a good time. Listener beware, there may be some adult language. Now, let's get to the show!
It happens.
Yeah, I know. How are you?
I'm all right. Yourself?
I am great. I'm very excited for tonight's show. I wanted to start last night.
Yes, you did.
I had a wonderful trip to Indiana. I can't wait to go back to Indiana. The hotel was fantastic.
Oh, I bet.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, free dinner, free beer, free wine.
Now that's what I talk
And
about.
all
Fun.
you can drink and eat.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going back to that hotel, and it's a suite. So I want to shout out to Staybridge Suites in Indianapolis, Indiana. Had talked about the show
Really?
with some people. Yep. So it was fun. It was great.
That's cool.
I survived. I'm back. I'm not sick.
Oh, that's always a bonus.
When I went to Virginia, I came back sick, and it just sucked so much.
So do you want to let them know that we are joined by Jeremy as normal and
The Muppet?
the Muppet?
The Muppet is here.
Yay.
Why is everybody on my side?
Because they're technically on your side.
That's where we exist in reality.
Usually.
I don't like it. I'm going to shift over a little bit. Should I just sit on your lap?
Yeah, you can do that.
Well, if you want, I can just go sit between you two back there and really mess it up.
Oh, you're going to go skiing?
Yeah.
Hot damn.
Actually, you know what? I don't even have to touch the mixer board this week.
Not really.
Because we did our due diligence and made sure that all the sounds, everything is right.
Yep.
So, look at us go.
I'm calling BS on that. I know there's going to be something wrong.
Oh, yeah?
Something is going to happen.
I don't think so.
It
Though
always does.
it does seem like we're a lot more confined this week. I don't know why.
I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe
that's
we need
weird.
to move the camera a little bit. Maybe that's what it's screwing you up.
Did you guys put on some... Nate, did you put on some extra weight while you were in Indiana?
No, I just put on extra weight in life. I've gotten... It is now the Thick and Thick podcast.
It happens.
Thick and thicker?
Thick and thicken.
Though the jersey definitely adds 5 pounds to the appearance.
And the camera adds 10, right?
Yeah, you know.
That's what they say. Cameras add 10 pounds. We were only running 6 cameras, so that explains a lot of things.
60 pounds each.
Ugh.
But Gail Muppet and Jeremy, how are you guys? We always talk about us, but we don't talk about the important people behind the screen, behind the camera.
Well, there's no one behind the camera, just a wall.
No, there's literally somebody behind the camera. We're in front of the camera. You're behind the actual literal camera.
Yep.
How are you guys?
I'm doing well. I'm eating a lot of food.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Your wife is just
Fattening.
Instapotting like crazy.
Yes.
Fattening you up.
She has an obsession with the Instapots.
And she shares. I love it.
Yeah, she's been doing a lot of deliveries of food to her friends.
And me.
She hasn't delivered
I
shit to my
include
house.
you as a friend.
Apparently, her and I are not friends.
No, apparently you
There's cheesecake upstairs. I left some for you, specifically for you.
You did, and I grabbed a small piece from the furthest away from the inside of the room.
Yep. That's because I attacked it last night, and I was like, wow, this is a lot of chocolate.
Oh, it's overwhelming in chocolate.
Well, that's exactly what I said to Nate upstairs. I was like, once, I grabbed a huge piece, and I was like, ooh, chocolate. And as I was eating it, I was like, oh, chocolate. It was so much.
Yeah.
It's a menstrual cycle dream is what that is.
Yeah, pretty much.
It is moist, though. It is a moist chocolate cake.
It was a very moist chocolate cake.
Anyhow, so should we start off this stuff now that we've
We
moistened up the room?
Yeah. So for those that are watching, those that are listening when we publish this, please subscribe to our channel, like us on wherever you get your podcasts from. Leave comments, let us know how we're doing, let us know that we suck.
Yep.
Whatever. I know Talking Stuff has 1 or 2 1-star reviews on iTunes, which is kind of lame, but it is a pretty shitty show, even though I enjoy it so much.
It's a show about nothing, and it's
is.
a wonderful nothing, though.
Speaking of, I've been watching so much Seinfeld. That's like my go-to when I turn YouTube TV on. You can easily see that it's like the first show that comes up on suggestions is Seinfeld.
No, when I actually when I let Scout out, I flipped it on just to see what it was like, see if I could pause and then continue watching where I was, and I was impressed that I could, and it was on some sports talk.
Was it?
I think it was on ESPN.
This is the rare time I watch something other than Seinfeld.
Yeah.
That's just been my go-to. Like I don't even know why I have a live streaming service because all I do is watch like 90s TV shows.
Well, because you gotta watch your sports.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
And then once the sports season's done, then you get
sports
hockey.
season is never done.
Yeah, sports
And-
season's 365 days a year.
Though
Baseball is the longest sports you ever have to watch.
It is.
Semi-watch.
Yeah,
So
but
It's
baseball,
like watching NASCAR.
baseball hasn't been important until about the past 3 days.
Yes.
Ooh.
All of a sudden it started becoming. It was like, hey, we're still here, you know.
we're relevant.
Hey, we can be entertaining too.
We got cheaters on our side too. The Patriots ain't got shit on us.
Come on, these guys have like 1,000-point drop in their OPS between home and away. That's not cheating at all.
And my favorite part is that they raised prices again this year.
Yeah.
Of course they did.
Though I had a thought. We
All
all
right.
need to pick XFL teams and maybe try to support this because it seems like it's going to be a thing. Hopefully,
Maybe.
we just need supporters.
Yes.
So I know we
It's,
don't.
it's hard to support not a local team, and what did we say? The closest one was out of Washington.
Maybe, but like I'm thinking, maybe if we support it, then maybe more teams will come,
Maybe.
and then maybe we'll get a local
is
team.
Is this like the Field of Dreams? If you build it, they will come.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to hold on to hope for like actually enjoying the XFL because I didn't enjoy the AAF at all.
no,
and I had no
that
idea-
was boring.
I found out today that Michael Vick was an offensive coordinator for the AAF.
Really?
Yeah, had no idea.
So New
None.
York is the closest team to us.
Oh,
No.
I mean that's a day trip.
It's hard to do it, but
Even though I don't want to.
I guess we could go. We could make a day trip of it.
It's hard to support anything from New York.
It
That's
is.
It
the issue.
is. What's the next closest?
DC.
Please say Wisconsin.
DC. Wisconsin does not
They
have a
don't.
team.
I don't see them ever having a team.
No.
They have the Packers. That's all they need up there.
It's true. But anyway,
Anyhow,
we ready to talk about this week's show?
I think so.
All right, let's talk about this week's show. So as always, we have weekly sports updates. I'm gonna give you my random ass sport of the week, history edition. Gail, you have local news today?
No.
No Gail's news. We might as well just take that off.
I think so. Well, it'll be. I think it'll
Well,
come in
I mean-
more once.
I do have
A little stuff.
something. It's not like fully put together. I have something about the local hockey team. It happened a couple of weeks ago. I can
We can share that.
pull
Okay.
it up and
Yeah,
Yeah.
go over the text
we'll go ahead
that
and
I got.
we'll go ahead and save that. And then we jump into news around the league, NFL. Patriots news as always, and I'll probably take a piss break during that time.
Yep.
And then we got the NFL divisional round recap, where somebody went 4 for 4. Not going to say who.
Shit it.
The NFL conference championship picks and listener viewer questions as always. Part of me almost put Pro Bowl stuff in here, but I figured maybe we could do that next week. Even though we should, I don't know if we.
Well,
it's
next
even-
week it's just going to be a cover of this week's games,
Yeah, but
and then looking towards the Super Bowl. But we'll have Pro Bowl weekend.
see, I almost
also do
thought like we
that.
could make a Pro Bowl picks, but I'm like, do you is it really even
NFC
significant to make a Pro Bowl pick?
Lately, no.
No, yeah,
It hasn't.
It's
been,
almost more interesting to talk about who's going to win which competition in that they do before
I
the
do.
Pro Bowl.
I like those. Those are fun.
Those are more
Oh.
interesting than the game is half the time.
Yeah.
But we don't know exactly who's going to be at the Pro Bowl because players up until the last minute say, yeah, and then they don't go.
Hey, I know there's like 12 Baltimore Ravens that should be going.
Yes,
Yes, they
they're,
are.
they're all gonna be able to go.
They all can go now. And it was just now because of that, which was surprising enough, but we'll talk about that when we get to the divisional round recap.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you want to start off with?
Well, we're going to start with the WNBA's collective bargaining agreement, and that's right. For all those that think that we don't care about women, I got a whole bunch of WNBA shit in here this week.
Oh, yeah.
So the WNBA and the Players Union have come to a tentative terms on a new collective bargaining agreement that includes a significant salary bump for the league's highest paid players, going from an annual base salary of $117,500 to $215,000. The new CBA also includes other cash compensation increases, changes to free agency, travel improvements like more legroom on flights, additional motherhood and family planning benefits, enhanced marketing and career development opportunities, and changes in revenue sharing potential, which I think is significantly huge. Granted,
Yeah.
I've never watched the WNBA. I've never had any interest in any female sport outside of.
It's hard to watch the NBA because it's never on.
It is.
It's very rarely like televised.
See, the only female sports I enjoy watching is volleyball and tennis.
Have you
Women's
checked out?
tennis
Have you
is-
checked out
oh,
the LFNL?
The ladies football league.
The lingerie football league.
I don't do that one. I do. There's another one
Yes.
where they still wear just booty shorts and shoulder pads.
Yep.
But those chicks are
The-
hardcore.
That's what
They're
but
crazy.
That is the lingerie football league. It's what everybody calls it.
Yeah, I was watching that in Cuba.
Yeah.
We would just sit
Oh,
in
yeah,
this
those
room.
g- those
in the
girls will
living room
knock
just
your ass
watching.
out.
Yeah, these chicks are tough.
Dude, those bitches are crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
I've only known one person I probably would be that I would think be able to handle that kind of stuff, but she's a boxer. Like literally.
We maybe need to do more about that.
Yeah.
Add that to our lineup.
It won't be back until in the summer, I think.
We just need more diversity and women empowerment on this show.
Yes.
Continuing on with the WNBA, we have the WNBA Hall of Fame. Tamika Catchings and Lauren Jackson headlined the list of 12 finalists Thursday for the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame Class 2020. Catchings was a 4-time Olympic gold medalist for the U.S. and also a 5-time winner of the WNBA Defensive Player of the Year award. She led the Indiana Fever to their lone title in 2012 and Tennessee to an NCAA championship in 1998. Jackson helped the Seattle Storm win 2 championships in the WNBA and was the league's MVP 3 times. So, women doing great things,
Yes.
stepping up, doing better than men. All about it. Are you going to talk about the MLB? Or-
Yeah.
You sure?
I can.
Can you?
I think I can.
Can you?
Can you?
I mean, I figure we trade off. I like adding Jeremy into the mix a little bit.
All right, Jeremy's pretty good at it. But he knows hockey a bit more than baseball, probably. Although Gail's favorite sport is baseball.
Is it?
Wait, who actually watches
No.
baseball? I thought you had to be over 55 and.
Baseball is definitely not my favorite sport.
Not anymore. You used to live and die by the Red Sox.
I mean, I love the Red Sox.
I would say you can like the Red Sox. Doesn't mean you're a baseball fan.
I absolutely love the Red Sox,
We are dropping
but
a ton of frames today.
I cannot sit through an entire game.
No, nobody can. I don't think it's possible.
It's absolutely boring.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Well,
It's only fun live.
well, the
And that's how I feel about basketball too. Is I enjoy basketball, I enjoy baseball, but I have to be there to see them.
Right. A live game is great.
It's
what
okay.
is going on?
I'll definitely have to make sure I get more Red Sox tickets this year and invite everybody.
I love going to see the Red Sox live.
Can we do a live cast from our phones at the stadium? Think we can manage to pull that one off?
It'd be tough. But
It would be tough. Though,
They do have internet there now, though.
and I can stream live from Spreaker. I have that capability
You
with.
do?
Yep.
Interesting.
I do have unlimited data on my phone, so we can stream it direct on YouTube from my phone.
So-
Something is going on with my computer tonight. It is all acting all sorts of funny. I'm dropping frames like crazy.
Nobody cares.
Well, it's bad because it's looking like doing funny things.
The YouTube channel looks fine, so
Okay, because I'm getting some crappy things. I
yeah,
wonder what's going on.
Nobody cares. Why don't we focus on what we're the task at hand here?
All right.
Not you fiddling with this and trying to avoid talking about the Houston Astros cheating scandal. 'Cause
All
that's
right.
what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
just tap dancing all around it. Like, Oh shit! I gotta read.
All right.
Reading is hard.
All right. So on Monday, the Major League Baseball
Way to step up and cowboy
up. He levied some hefty fines and some hefty suspensions for the Houston Astros.
Yep.
Coming from the 2017 season where the Houston Astros were caught cheating.
Oh, and boy, did they cheat.
They were stealing
up.
signs.
you Patriots fans would know.
And they were using a baseball bat to hit a trash can down a hallway that led to the dugout in order to let the batter know that an off-speed pitch was coming.
Yep.
Well, that's
They
creative.
also used a massage gun.
Yep.
That is
They went
10 points for creativity.
Well,
Oh, yes.
they were trying just to hit it with their hands, but it wasn't loud enough. So that hitting with the baseball bat gave enough sound that you could actually hear it out at the plate, but not loud enough that everyone would notice something's going on consistently.
The only thing that comes to my mind is throwing a hot dog down the Ted Williams tunnel for some reason. I feel like it's not the same thing, but
No, I think you're 2 different categories for that one.
whoops, my bad.
So with those fines that were levied by the commissioner, the Astros manager A.J. Hitch and general manager Jeff Luhnow have been suspended for a year, and they were later fired by the Astros that day. While the club has been fined $5 million and deprived of their first and second round picks for this year and next year. The former bench and now former Boston Red Sox manager Alex Cora has parted ways with the club after being named as one of the ringleaders to the cheating scandal. The Boston Red Sox refused to say they were guilty of anything Wednesday, only to acknowledge their beloved manager Alex Cora admitted to cheating when he was the bench coach in Houston in 2017. Carlos Beltran has been fired as the New York Mets manager due to his involvement in Houston Astros sign-stealing scandal. He is the third manager to lose his job in this fallout.
Good job, Travis, for reading that correctly. Proud
I
of
did.
you.
I only screwed up once.
Yeah, there was an Alice Cora.
I was wondering what that was all about.
I said
saw
Alice?
something.
I could have said I said Alex.
The first time you said Alice.
Ah.
I saw something about that on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, and it's...
It seems like there's more and more just coming out.
Oh, yeah,
as this is
and
getting-
there's rumors that the Yankees did it this past year. There's rumors.
Well, that wouldn't surprise me in the least.
Well, there was a rumor that they were actually using a wireless buzzer, like almost like a dog collar remote buzzer, and the person had it under their shirt.
They
to
were
buzz
also,
them.
He was also caught
So-
using a Apple Watch.
Yep.
To get the signs.
That was the Red Sox in 2018 with
Yes.
the Apple Watch.
So when you said wireless buzzer,
You talking about like a lush or a hush?
I immediately went to
Sex
a
toys?
wireless vibrator.
You know, the panties you can remote control from a distance.
Not even the
How do
panties.
you know about those? How do you? What are you talking about? Not even the panties. What do you guys be doing?
I don't have one of those. I just saw it on TV. I'm a good girl.
Yeah, fucking liar is what you are.
Well, Nate, come on. What ump would actually go? Nope. Take your pants off. I want to verify.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I'm just envisioning an umpire going, "Take your pants off."
Drop them.
Drop it. Prove it.
Well, that's
Pixar
why
didn't
all
happen.
that's why all these stadiums have free wireless now, so that way they can hook up to their wireless and send it over wireless.
Oh my god.
You all know a
Bluetooth
lot.
doesn't reach far enough.
You all know a lot about wireless sex toys for not using them.
Hey, I read.
Listen, we can't afford wireless sex toys.
You can't afford them now, but you could have afforded them before.
I could afford them when I was single, and that was about the last time I could afford them.
So you're saying that there was still a chance.
No, so he's saying he has a lot of them still stored in
Yeah.
the closet.
Well, if he does,
What closet? I
he
don't have a
has
closet.
Not brought them out.
Like I said, I don't have a closet. My clothes hang up on the wall and go in my drawer, and that's it.
We're finding a lot of... Oh, we're still trying to figure out who goes on top.
What's on second?
You know, if you never said anything, they probably would have admitted to something tonight. The way they were going.
So 5 candidates to replace A.J. Hinch as Houston Astros manager. Joe Espada, currently Astros bench coach, the 44-year-old is considered a rising star and had multiple interviews for the managerial job this winter. Dusty Baker, hiring a baseball man like Baker would give the organization some desperately needed credibility now. Baker, 70, is one of the game's most accomplished managers.
That is an old manager. Can you see him going out there and yelling at them?
I mean, have you seen a Clint Eastwood movie?
Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn. Get off my grass. But, Coach, that's where we play. I don't care. Get off the grass. I want you in the warning track.
You best not get any blood on my shirt.
Buck Showalter, another skipper with plenty of experience. Showalter could be a stabilizing force at this junction for Houston. He's just one season removed from his last stint and was said to be a candidate for a few jobs this offseason. John Gibbons, the former Blue Jays manager, is eager to get back in the game and is now one of the few free agents with managerial experience. He's a real players manager and oversaw some of very good Toronto teams. And then Bruce Bochy.
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 No help with the names, remember?
That's right. Is one of the unlikely, considering Bochy is barely 3 months into retired life, but he hasn't officially ruled out a return to the bench at some point.
It's funny that they're already trying to figure out who they're gonna sign next, and the Red Sox are like, we're just gonna wait. We're gonna sit and wait. When they have this weekend coming up is Players and Coaches Winter Fest thing, where the media is invited to talk to all the players and coaches. So because the Red Sox haven't come out and said anything about anything.
Well, that's why they're not getting a coach for this weekend.
Right. But there's everybody's saying, "Oh, bring Veritek because he's a catcher, and the catchers basically run the game anyways, and they're usually the smartest baseball players you'll see out there." And then people are saying, "Oh, we need some old guy that actually knows what he's going on because we got a bunch of a-holes on the team that have their heads are too big for their bodies, basically, because they're getting paid a boatload of money to do absolutely nothing."
Or you just go with some guy off the street, the hot dog vendor outside of the park.
Let all these guys they get one game, they get a chance to win. If they win, they get the next game. If they don't, they get the next guy's up. That could be a fun contest, because all these people think they're like baseball experts and they would do this and that better, and they all say, "Oh, I would have pulled him out earlier. I would have gotten this done and that done." Well, here's your shot.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, isn't that what the Patriots did with their kicker?
Oh, it is, and only one survived to the end of the season.
I mean.
You didn't do too bad after a little while.
You just needed an appendectomy.
Yeah.
You needed to shed a couple ounces.
He was too fat.
Yeah. He had to get his nip and tuck. No.
I didn't know that was that beep.
Yes, it is. It's that beep. Australian Open.
I wish there was a long one. So
Australian Open? What is this? Tennis?
Fuck if I know. Did I put this in here?
Jeremy, did you put this in here?
No, but we discussed the Australian Open last weekend.
Did we?
So did you just say no? Then if none of us put it in here, then why the hell is it here?
No, I said.
You said no.
Well, no,
and then you said we talked about it last week.
I said
It's
I was
definitely
yes, I put this in.
Okay.
We were discussing the Australian Open last weekend because the wildfires and the
yeah.
people on Instagram models raising money for Australia.
That's right.
And we talked about the Australian Open.
It's definitely it's been big on the news with what happened to them.
Well, they got some rain.
Oh, they finally got some rain.
But
what
happened at the Australian Open
What
was it wasn't safe.
Oh, well, go ahead, Jeremy. You tossed it in there, so
Yep.
Okay, the troubled 2020 Australian Open will start and finish on time, even if matches have to be moved to the from the exposed outside courts under the cover of the 3 main stadiums to escape the choking effects of brush fires, polluted air, according to the tournament director Craig Tilley. Responding on Thursday to concerns raised by several players who have suffered with respiratory problems during qualifying matches this week, Tilley said there is a lot of speculation about the Australian Open not happening. The Australian Open is happening.
There was quite a few athletes that couldn't compete. They couldn't even finish their match because they couldn't breathe.
Oh, won't somebody please think of the children?
They should. There was one woman that I guess they had to stop the match numerous times and give her medical care
Oh, jeez.
so that she could continue. But she's moving on to the next.
Well, at least she's moving on.
Yeah. It was not.
Doesn't sound
Pretty.
good, though.
Why are you
No.
talking like William Shatner?
I don't know.
It was not pretty.
Fuck off.
There was a woman
Because I'm not reading off a fucking screen.
couldn't breathe.
I miss Shatner.
I hate everything about you.
So Conor McGregor cuts Donald Sharon.
Damn it, Jim! Stop screwing green women, and you wouldn't even have this problem.
He wasn't that mean though.
No, that was
That was a Shatner Wisbach.
that was Doc. Was a
Oh yes, that was Doc.
God damn it, Jim.
So
Go ahead, talk about Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor, which I never expected to be allowed back in the in UFC.
That's what you get for trying to read ahead.
In
Yeah.
the WWUFC? I've never heard of that one.
You know what?
That's new.
I hate Conor McGregor, but
Really?
I hate him because he's so cocky and arrogant, and he can back it up.
Yeah.
I really
See,
want
that's why
somebody
I
to
like him.
I want somebody to just knock his ass out, so that way he just can't talk anymore.
He's Irish. It's really hard to knock them out.
I just want it,
It
to happen
is.
so bad.
Well, the issue is even after you do knock them out, they don't stop talking.
He doesn't.
No,
He just
and
no.
he gets back up.
Like, I appreciate the fact that like he can back up his shit talking,
Oh,
but I
yeah.
really want him to not be able to do it for once.
So Conor McGregor cut Donald Sharon with kindness at presser. Predicts KO win. There was no pull-apart confrontations or bottles flying like the previous promotional event. Instead, McGregor extended his hand and exchanged pleasantries with Sharon. There was very little trash talk, few bars, and more compliments than venom.
Hairy American winning machine. If you ain't first, you're last.
Did McGregor like take some like chill pills or something like that?
He does seem a little like he's been neutered a little bit. Like he's aggressive, but not as just over the top as he's been.
I wonder if they said that if you pull any of the crap you pulled before, you're out and you're done.
No
This
way.
is your last
There's
shot.
no way, because that brings ratings, man.
I know, but it brings ratings with him winning and like massive ratings.
But even the
But
shit
he
talking, like
was-
that brings ratings for the press conferences and the
True.
weigh-ins and all that crap.
Yeah,
the
'cause
more
the-
extreme he is, it's like
Yeah, because it gets viewed on YouTube millions and millions and millions of times.
yeah.
I think it was all his out of the octagon issues that he had to calm it down.
Yeah, it might be one of those. This is your last shot at being in the octagon, and if you screw this up, you're done. Because they already said that he wasn't going to be allowed back before, and now
This
all
is
of a sudden
totally
he's
cereal.
back. So it's kind of surprising that he's being allowed back at all.
Mm-hmm. But he's back.
Yep. So did you put this in?
I did.
All right, so you can talk about
All
it.
right. So WWE, that's right, the World Wrestling Entertainment. On Monday Night Raw this week, The Big Show made his triumphant return to the squared circle after 5 surgeries and a 2-year absence in a tag team match between Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins and the tag team AOP, with only one team getting a mystery partner, and that was Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe. The Big Show joined the team of Jones and Owens, but lost to Rollins and AOP team with the help of Buddy Murphy. I figured it was significant because I
Yeah.
like the Big Show.
Yeah, the Big Show is the only person that's still in the WWE that I actually kind of know who he is.
He got
No,
trimmed.
actually, one of the Hardy Boys I think is still there.
They're both there.
Really?
They're both there.
They're both there. Did I ever tell you guys my Hardy Boy story?
No.
So I was at a truck stop in North Carolina, and I had to pee really bad.
Yep.
And I was pounding on the bathroom door because somebody was in there, and it was Jeff Hardy taking a shit.
He walked out. You looked up, said sorry.
He walked
My
out.
bad.
Yeah, he walked out. I was like, holy shit! And I didn't be like, can I get a picture? Can I hug you? But what was really weird is he was wearing exactly the same thing he wrestles in.
Really?
Yeah, I was waiting for somebody to turn around the corner with a steel chair to whack him in the head. It was so.
You're like, I
weird.
really gotta pee, but I'll wait.
Yeah, and I go to the so I took a piss and then I bought a Gatorade or something. And I go to the cashier. I'm like, do you know who that was? And he just looked at me like I was fucking weird. I'm like, dude, I'm in North Carolina. You all watch wrestling. I know it's not crazy. So that's my weird segue to the Hardys.
That's interesting.
Yeah, this was when I was still married, and I think my ex-wife was pregnant with Brody. And
Oh.
I think she pissed her pants or something. I don't know. It's a true story. Look it up.
It's on YouTube.
Let me Google it.
If it's not if it's not a true story and you can't look it up, I'll put it on my Wikipedia page soon.
Hold
This
on,
one-
I'm
this one
updating it
time.
right now.
Thanks. Appreciate you.
Gotta update all our Wikipedias.
You know, while I was knee deep in hand grenade pins, this really happened. No, that really did happen. All that did happen, and it's one of the funniest stories I have. Actually, I was pounding on a door to a WWE wrestler trying to go to the bathroom.
And did he say anything when he walked out of the thing?
No. I think the sheer look of panic on my face,
like I'm gonna die.
you are one of the godfathers of the ladders, tables, and chairs. You could
Please don't hurt me.
You are a handsome dude that can just fuck me up.
I am not worthy. I'm not worthy.
I would have been willing to be like, hey, my wife's outside. You can just go ahead. Just tag team that shit. Do whatever you want. She's already pregnant, so you ain't even got to worry about it. It's a story we can tell our child that you have some of a Hardy Boy on you.
Oh God.
I think we've hit a new low.
You have no.
No, we can go
I'm
further.
never washing my baby.
I never said we hit rock bottom. I said we hit a new low.
Ex-wife, you will never clean your vagina.
And we've
Ever.
gone lower.
And I am going to shake, can I shake your penis, sir? You can do what you want with my wife. I'll even kiss your dick.
Before or after?
Both. Job well done, sir.
So on that note,
I guess we're going to tag Jeff Hardy when we post this.
we should.
Oh my god.
Oh, we were doing so good with this not being an explicit show, but oops.
Well, that's why it's not made for children.
Who brought Nate to the show? That's why I managed to screw this up.
I
all
think
the
it was
time.
our idea. Hey, we should make a sports podcast. All right.
Make it completely different than talking stuff. It'll be appropriate content.
Yeah. Next thing we know, all of a sudden we're like, oh, let's stream on YouTube, and the next thing we know, we're like, oh yeah, we swear a lot.
I still find it funny that people think you're the inappropriate friend.
I know. It's because I try to hold it together. Although I don't have any stories about pounding on a door with Jeff Hardy in there.
The best part though is he was taking a shit.
Yeah.
Though it didn't stink.
Really?
Yeah, it just didn't smell bad. I appreciate that.
What did he yell back? Taking a shit? Hold on.
No, I was like, hey. And I just kind of walk away, looking at the chips, like you do, you're pretending not to be waiting for the toilet.
Yeah.
Because you never want to be the guy just standing out there just like,
AK.
come on! Dude, I gotta pee! I gotta change a baby! Let's go! And you never expect a professional wrestler to come out.
No. But it's a truck stop, so anything happens at a truck stop. That's truckers.
Yeah, just tap your foot 3 times.
Is that like clicking your heels?
No, that means if you tap your foot 3 times in a bathroom stall, that means you're looking to get some from the guy next door. You don't know this?
She's never been a trucker.
I mean, it's at airports.
We'll have to ask Scott and Glenn. They're truckers. Scott now does long over the roads.
Oh, OTR, fuck that.
So
should we carry
Moving on.
So
Moving
NCAA
on.
football.
Moving on.
as we were, NCAA football. Who don't want to talk about this bowl game? I don't.
Oh, this bowl game was disgusting blowout. So Clemson lost to LSU 25-42.
Which I think everybody called it.
Oh yeah, we all knew it was going to be a disgusting game. Although I was surprised the score was as low as it was.
Though Todd definitely got it right when he said that the Tigers were going to win.
Yeah, well, everybody knew the Tigers were going to win.
If you predicted the Tigers weren't going to win, you're an idiot.
Yeah. So LSU quarterback Joe Burrow said he suffered a torn rib cartilage during the national championship game from a hit from Clemson linebacker James Skolaski late in the second quarter. It was his last touchdown pass right before halftime. Reports that OBJ was handing out cash to LSU players after they won the championship game was confirmed Wednesday by Joe Burrow, saying, "I am not a student athlete anymore, so I can say, yeah." The University Athletic Department issued a statement on Wednesday saying it is aware of the video showing apparent cash being given to players by OBJ, and it has been in contact with the NCAA and the SEC regarding the matter. And that's a big, big no-no. You're not supposed to, even though none of the players knew about it, it's a big no-no. And it's like a huge thing that's going on right now because they think, he paid them to play. Which at this point, these colleges make so much money off of these kids, they should get something.
They should, but I feel like they're fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Like, there's a difference between, even if they paid him to play,
Well,
paid him to win.
I think it's something that they should give them, like, so you don't get actual cash, but you get, like, so it goes on to
like
a school.
A whole bunch of Amazon gift cards?
Kind of like that, but for, like, stuff you can use specifically for the school. So, like,
a year supply of Chipotle.
So, like, you got cafeteria costs money every year, so
Right.
that can go towards the cafeteria.
Like a donation of some sort.
Right, it goes towards the cafeteria.
But that does nothing for these guys.
No, well, the kids. Think about it. These kids are like most of them aren't on scholarships.
Right, but
And
if
they're
they're winning
paying-
the championship, a lot of them are leaving, so that does nothing for them.
No, but throughout the time that they're playing, they should get so much, like, for the season if they play the season, kind of thing.
Well, so
It's
under
almost
the
like
new
paper.
California law, NCAA athletes can be paid,
Right.
but that doesn't come into effect until 2023.
But it's like it's almost like a school credit card where you can only use it at the school.
Right.
I think that's what these guys should be allowed. Any of these sports that make like these schools that make a ton of money off these kids, instead of because these kids got to take out massive loans. The ones that don't get scholarships have to take out these massive loans,
Right.
and they got to pay for the meals. They got to pay for their books. They got to pay for that. So instead of having to take all this money out for your books,
What
your
makes
meals,
them special over every other kid?
they
Just
have,
because they play professional sports, they get a little extra bump? I mean, most of American
Most of
youth
them-
are entering the workforce in
most
debt
of them are
anyway.
getting degrees in basket weaving. So
I'm pretty sure you have student loans and you
Oh, I
didn't play
do.
college football. I'm sure you would appreciate
I didn't
somebody
actually. Both colleges I went to didn't have college football.
Exactly what I'm saying. So you're going to say that because you play college football that you deserve a little kicker on your food and shit?
So the 1% of the 1% make it to college to play football in the college.
Right.
So you got to be pretty good, and only 1% of college kids make it to the pros.
Yeah.
So
I was 1% of the people that joined the military. I didn't get any extra special shit while I was in.
What are you talking about? You got free meals and free clothing and
No, that shit gets taken out.
Oh, you didn't get clothing for free?
The initial issue.
We only need one pair of underwear and pants, right?
And they're not even the kind I would like to wear.
I know the short.
And I had a room that was like 8 by 10 and had a roommate
That's
with
not
two
too bad.
twin beds and all the fucking things in there. You ever try masturbating when you have a roommate that can see you?
Don't lie, you enjoyed that part the most.
No. A lot of shower.
So they got rid of the stuff they put in the food that make it so you don't want to masturbate?
No, I had aborted a lot of babies in the bathtub.
So that's why the plumbing is always plugged up. Colleges have actually put signs on "Do not masturbate in bathrooms."
It just goes down the drain. It's all good.
No, they say because
And that's why you wear shower shoes. Because God forbid if your toe fungus gets pregnant.
You almost made me spit that out.
I was very happy to see that.
Oh, that was dangerous. So
Jasmine, block your ears.
she's 40. She's okay. She's heard it before. She's not as old as Bella, but she's old.
Yeah, that's true.
In NBA news, Zion Williamson, The long-anticipated debut of the New Orleans Pelicans rookie #1 overall pick will start not today. He'll start in about a week. Williamson will make his NBA debut on January 22nd against the San Antonio Spurs after missing the first 40 or so games of his rookie campaign with a knee injury. He has been taking part in practice in recent days and looks to be 100% from his injury.
Well, that's good.
I cannot wait to see this shoe buster start playing.
Yeah, because this kid was like super anticipated coming out of college. And then all of a sudden he went down with a knee in preseason, right?
This is showing my basketball knowledge. They have preseason?
Yeah, they do have preseason. It's like they go over like China and play football and whatnot.
What?
Wait, they play
basketball.
football?
They play football in China?
Well, probably.
I was
but
like,
and basketball players play football in China?
well,
that's new.
So this is before the whole.
Did you get all those memos?
I did not get those memos.
All the craziness went down where the trade war happened and China was like, well, no more basketball. All because one player said that the Chinese thing that's going on where Taiwan trying to stay separate and not be part of China's like regime. They said that no more basketball.
We're running out of time.
I know.
Surely there must be something. I'm doing everything I can.
And don't call me Shirley.
And stop calling me Shirley.
Hey, Shirley, if you knew what you were talking about, it would have actually made sense.
Yeah, I have no idea what
It's
you're
been
talking
so
about.
long since I
I don't know why I bailed you out of that. I should have just let you keep going.
Please don't.
This isn't talking stuff. We have things to do.
But after a while, I can't upload this show to Spreaker. We're already missing a show in a podcast lineup.
We're not worried about that
that
one
I haven't
anymore.
that I haven't even gotten a chance to edit. So
At this point, I should just edit it. We can do that after we pick up all your stuff on Sunday.
no, we got games on
I
Sunday.
know. Only 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Games, he said.
Yes, but
Games.
he's got a 75-inch TV, so we can do both.
we can. Are you guys actually gonna come watch football this weekend?
I think we could probably do the
'Cause-
first game, because by the time we get back from the first game will almost be starting, I think.
It's 3. The first
Oh,
game starts at
3:05, so
yeah,
we...
3:05 and then 6 something.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
somebody over here keeps blowing me off. I
Well,
think he's
last-
afraid I'm gonna have him work out or something.
Well, last weekend, all of a sudden, I get told as I'm in the kitchen about ready to start cooking dinner, hey, Mo wants us to go over there, and she's got dinner dinner's almost done. I'm like, okay, what do we need to pick? Do we need to pick up anything? And broccoli.
Yeah, I was not informed of this state. Of this
I
till
got
after
there,
they
and
show
Jeremy's
up.
like, so I guess you're
I
coming with
didn't
me?
tell you anything. I asked.
I'm like, well, it's up to you. You're tired.
Yeah, all of a sudden people start walking in my house. I had no idea what was going on.
But me and
Hey,
Jeremy
you
left,
reaped
and
benefits out of that.
He got laid?
no, we moved that.
I had help moving stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. We took a long ride and listened to the game in the car.
Oh, your lights look great, by the way, Jeremy.
Oh yeah, that was a fiasco to install.
I actually should have all my electricity done tomorrow.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, the electrician's coming tomorrow.
Cool.
So we can go break it on Sunday.
Yep.
No. Hopefully all my ceiling tiles get put back. Maybe we might be doing that as well.
Good thing we put a TV up for down there.
I do have a TV down there now, and the surround sound's hooked up, and I need
Sweet.
help figuring all that shit out.
Oh, that's easy.
But I turned that bitch all the way up, and like it shakes shit up on the second floor. It's like, well, the kids hopefully are sound sleepers when I'm down and working out.
Just don't turn it up all the way.
No, what's the point of that?
So, basketball standings. Jeremy, this is your favorite part.
Okay, the Eastern Conference. The Milwaukee Bucks are sitting at first place with a 36-6 record. The Miami Heat are sitting in second place with a 28-12 record.
Nate, you're so loud.
It's only loud in our earphones.
The Boston Celtics are sitting in third with a 27-12 record. The Toronto Raptors are sitting in fourth with a 26-14 record. Indiana Pacers sitting at fifth with a 26-15 record. Philadelphia 76ers sitting in sixth with a 26-15 record. That's a lot of sixes. Orlando Magic sitting at seventh with a 20-21 record, and the Brooklyn Nets sitting at eighth with an 18-22 record.
Cool.
On the Western Conference side, the LA Lakers are sitting at first with a 33-8 record. The Denver Nuggets are sitting in second with a 28-12 record. Utah Jazz sitting at third with a 28-12 record. LA Clippers sitting at fourth with a 28-13 record. Houston Rockets sitting at fifth with a 26-14 record. Dallas Mavericks sitting at 6th with a 26-15 record. Oklahoma City Thunder sitting at 7th with a 23-18 record. And the Memphis Grizzlies sitting at 8th with a 19-22 record.
You like how I fixed that for you?
Yeah, I'll put it the information. I can't access that.
You
stuff.
get the
I know you can't.
pictures.
He's got the most lame work ever. They don't let him do sports shit at work. Like, what kind of
Yeah, they block everything sports related.
what kind of
that
communist
sucks.
country do you
Well,
company do you
they,
work for?
They know what most people are gonna waste all their time online doing is sports stuff. So everything related to sports is blocked.
No.
Yeah, you can't even listen to EEI, can you?
I stream everything through my phone. Doesn't matter.
Can you watch porn? Because I mean, I feel like porn is the most used thing on the internet. Because that's all the internet is there for.
Why else would we have the internet?
It's true.
I don't know. I don't use my work computer for porn.
I mean, you could.
Why?
I don't know.
So, in NHL news, the Las Vegas Golden Knights,
The what?
the Las Vegas Golden Knights. The Las Vegas Golden Knights fired head coach Gerald Gallant.
He's got the
on
most
Wednesday.
lame hockey name ever.
Yeah. Less than 2 years after leading them to the Stanley Cup final in their first season of existence, he has been replaced by Peter DeBoer, former head coach of the San Jose Sharks, who was fired last
I
month.
think I would have said DeBauer.
DeBauer?
DeBauer?
DeBauer may be right.
Yeah. Meh.
Eh.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'd go with DeBauer.
Yep.
I don't know. I just move on. It's just
Yep.
Vegas.
Yep. Vegas is Vegas. So your other favorite thing to read?
Okay, so the hockey standings.
Yep.
The Eastern Conference, sitting at first place on the Eastern side, along with first place in the Metropolitan Division, with a 31-11-15 record. The Boston Bruins sitting at second place in the Eastern Conference, first in the Atlantic Division with a 27-9-12 record. The Pittsburgh Penguins sitting at third place with a 29-12-5 record, sitting at second in the Metropolitan Division. The New York Islanders sitting at fourth with a 28-13-4 record, sitting in third in the Metropolitan Division. The Tampa Bay Lightning sitting in fifth with a 28-14-4 record, sitting at second in the Atlantic Division. The Carolina Hurricanes sitting at sixth with a 27-17-2 record, sitting at fourth in the Metropolitan Division. The Toronto Maple Leafs with a sitting at seventh with a 25-16-6 record, sitting at third in the Atlantic Division. And the Philadelphia Flyers sitting at eighth with a 25-16-6 record, sitting at fifth in the Metropolitan Division. In the Western Conference, the St. Louis Blues are sitting at first with a 30-10-8 record. They are first in the Central Division. The Dallas Stars are in second with a 27-15-4 record, sitting at second in the Central Division. The Arizona Coyotes sitting at third with a 26-18-5 record, sitting at first in the Pacific Division. The Colorado Avalanche sitting at fourth with a 25-15-6 record, sitting at third in the Central Division. The Edmonton Oilers sitting at fifth with a 25-18-5 record. They are second in the Pacific Division. The Calgary Flames sitting at sixth with a 25-18-5 record. They are third in the Pacific Division. The Winnipeg Jets sitting in seventh with a 24-16-4 record. They are fourth in the Central Division. And the Vancouver Canucks, 25-18-4, sitting at fourth in the Pacific Division.
I'm sorry. I'm I'm on the Facebook Marketplace, and somebody's selling a chicken finger and half a shrimp for $2.
Can you offer him 50 cents?
It's a Chinese food, too.
One
That's the
chicken
best way.
finger and half a shrimp. Trades considered of equal or greater value. You gotta share this shit. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Carry on.
The Bruins news. The Bruins made a series of expected roster moves this morning, solidifying things a bit in light of Tuukka Rask's concussion. First, Rask was placed on injured reserve. This freed up a roster spot for Dan Vladar, who has been recalled from Providence.
Vladar?
Yeah, Vladar. That's the word I'm looking for.
You're welcome.
It looks like the Bruins would like to see what they have in a young Vladar in Rask's absence, rather than going with a more experienced Max Lance. Worth noting now that Rask has been placed on IR and will miss the All-Star game I wonder if the league will reschedule the suspension. Rescind the suspension? What suspension?
So he was selected for the All-Star game, but in hockey, they had an issue where no one wanted to play in it anymore.
Oh.
So if you are selected and elect not to play, you are suspended for, I'm not exactly sure how long.
Oh, really?
It's their way to try and force people
To play.
Yeah, force people that are selected to play. Because now how, like, in the NFL, like, the Pro Bowl, oh, this hurts, that hurts.
Yep.
Hockey players don't really complain things hurt. And
They never. There's no such thing as we wire jaws shut and play the next
I was
game.
just about to say, broken jaw, no problem, man.
Yeah.
exactly.
I lost I sliced my jugular on the field. No problem. Just put some stitches in it and we'll go back out.
Oh, you broke your ankle? Oh, let's go ahead and just sew it up and you'll be fine.
So
that was
they
a
were,
horrible Canadian accent. I don't even know
that
why I
was
tried.
Duct tape and glue. That fixes everything.
So they were having an issue where no one wanted to play anymore. So they instated a new rule that if you're selected and you elect not to go, you face a suspension.
Oh.
I can't see them suspending him if he's like medically
He's on IR.
But
incapable.
the
of
issue
playing.
was he had already stated he wasn't going to attend the game. That's why
Okay.
they're unsure if they're going to rescind the suspension, because the fact is he was selected and he said, no, I'm not going to play.
Ah.
Okay, so he was already
Yeah,
suspended.
he was already planning on not participating, so the suspension was already pending, so
I mean, in that case, if he wasn't going anyways, then
All right, guys. We need to make $38,960.
$960.
why are we making
For
that
what?
much money? What are we getting?
A 1969 Ford Mustang Mach 1.
why would anyone want a Ford?
From
This guy.
That's back when Ford actually made nice cars.
Shut your whore mouth.
from the Facebook Marketplace?
Yeah. Also recalled from
Where-
Providence was Carson Coleman, who has been working his way back
Get
from
off the
injury for a couple of
marketplace.
weeks now.
You're not my supervisor.
Oh my! What is an
A 1948
pickup?
Ford F1 pickup.
Oh,
We're never going to finish this tonight.
That's what she said.
Now you got Jeremy on the goddamn Marketplace.
Oh, yeah, we need a...
Jesus.
He's been working his way back from an injury for a couple of weeks now. Coleman should add a bit of juice to the Bruins' forward crop, which is badly needed at this point. Undoubtedly, many fans are disappointed to see Trent Frederick named absent from the list, as there were hopes that he'd come up and start punching people. Yet we need a bruiser again. The Big Bad Bruins are no longer the Big Bad Bruins. It's bad.
Well, I was just watching a couple of minutes ago. One of the Bruins was kicking the crap out of somebody from the Penguins.
Well, good, because we need somebody to come up and start being the man.
At least I
'Cause
think it
Char-
was somebody from our team. I don't know.
The
Well,
Bruins
we're-
are in black tonight.
Oh, we're in black tonight? Yeah.
I mean,
Because
Why do they gotta be black?
Char's the one that has been fighting a lot, and he's getting too old to fight.
I don't know. That's what color they're wearing. I'm just...
Char should never fight.
Char is a big dude. I've seen him
He
fight.
is a big dude, but he
He
I
can
mean-
swing. If he connects, he knocks you out. It's done. But we don't have that bruiser like we used to have.
Come
we
on,
used to
he's
have
almost
3 or
as
4
old
of them.
as Brady is.
Yeah, he's older, actually. He's 46, I think. No! Yeah. Jerry, double check that. I want to say he's like late
already on
40s.
it.
He's 42.
42? Oh, so he's the same age as Brady.
He's younger than Brady.
Oh, really?
He turned...
movies about
He turns 40... actually, no, he is older. He turns 43 in March. Happy birthday! And
Man.
Brady is currently 42. He turns 43 at the during preseason training camp preseason time frame.
Yeah. Instead, the Bruins chose to recall a faster player who has a bit more experience and is better fit for the lineup right now. Frederick will likely get a call at some point in the near future. I sure hope so, because we need him to start knocking heads.
knocking heads.
Yep.
I think you're talking about the XFL is what I think you're talking about.
Oh, it's close.
Apparently, Chad Ochocinco Johnson's agent listens to the show because the former NFL wide receiver will be trying out for the XFL as a kicker because somebody said that he can kick.
Yep.
As of right now, there's no word which team he'll be trying out for, but it should be noted that all 8 teams are currently in Houston, Texas, and are in the middle of their training camps.
There is a video online of him kicking.
Oh, we're playing it right now.
And I believe that
Not
is
bad.
I believe that is a 60-yard field goal he kicks.
Because it's from his. Oh, what was?
Oh, you're about to go to Instagram.
Oh, going to Instagram. Okay.
Though, what's the average height of a kicker? I feel like he just overshadows.
Oh, he'd be one of the tallest kickers in the league.
Well,
easily.
you don't know what their league has for kickers, though.
No, yeah, but even most kickers, they're like 5'6", 5'7".
Now, I will. So the
Yeah,
person
that
for
was just
whom
in.
the person for whom's name shall not be mentioned on the show has
That might be an XFL field with those fields are shorter, right?
no, they're the same length.
Same length. So
But Chad Johnson has been talking to the player for whom we shall not mention about transferring over to the
XFL.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. Basically, the NFL said goodbye, and the XFL is like, "Yeah, come on, play."
Yeah.
That would make the team that he joins like the number 1 team in the league.
Well, his agent did just
Ooh.
say he's not going to work with him until he gets some kind of counseling. So.
Oh.
Well, you can always hire a new agent.
Yeah.
that's
Agents
true.
are a dime a dozen.
Yeah, you can always find somebody that's desperate enough to take a new client on.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anyone that desperate, though.
I don't know.
I mean-
Somebody's gonna show him the money.
There's always somebody that desperate.
So now we are to Nate's Random Ass Sports of the Week History Edition, Super Bowl 1.
All right, we need to make $30,000.
Get off Facebook Marketplace. God damn it.
So this week I decided rather than
I need like the old timey music.
1931 Ford
go,
Peloton?
Peloton.
we're talking about a.
Peloton was
bike?
around back in 1941.
No.
Oh, that's too big.
We can fit all the kids in that thing.
Exactly.
And the nice part is it doesn't have a seatbelt, so when we crash, we all get rid of them all.
I don't think it's that easy.
The thing only probably does 30 miles an hour.
They're like bad pennies.
They keep
just
coming
keep
back.
coming
Here,
back.
Nate, how about this one then? This is 1923 Ford Model T.
Oh, now that's what I'm talking about.
It
That's a
need-
rat rod.
No, it could be. You just need to rust it up a little bit.
Oh, we can do that.
We live in New England. Give it a month.
In the winter? Yep.
So anyway,
Yep.
so instead of bringing you guys some strange show, sport like shin kicking or whatever, I figured I'll give you guys a little history of what could potentially be a thing.
Okay.
So the first Super Bowl was between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Green Bay Packers. This week, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Green Bay Packers will play their respective conference championship games on Sunday, with a tidbit of historical trivia on the line. If both teams win, 2 of the oldest franchises would meet in the Super Bowl for the first time since the inaugural NFL-AFL championship event on 15 January 1967.
So January 15th.
So yesterday, 1957.
Yep.
Yet, even after more than half a century, the ability to see the original television broadcast of Bart Starr leading the Packers to a 35-10 victory over the Chiefs is nearly impossible. Only one known copy of the footage exists, and it's owned by Troy Humpt, a 50-year-old nurse and anesthesiast
Anesthesiast. Yep.
in North Carolina. The tape that Hott found was in a quadplex reels in his mother's attic in Pennsylvania.
Wow.
And it remains unseen by the public because of a well-documented legal standoff between Hoppt and the NFL.
Really?
Now, with Hopp's blessing, 2 filmmakers want to change that, and they say that they will take the NFL to court to make it happen. Jeremy Kuhn, the editor on the 2004 movie The Napoleon Dynamite, and his collaborator Tim Shoskin recently launched a Kickstarter with the goal of bringing the lost Super Bowl I footage to the masses. If they raise $1.5 million, Kuhn and Skoskin will not only complete their documentary about the saga, but plan to stream the game online for free before Super Bowl. What are we, 54 now?
That's
To
55.
55.
In February 2021.
You didn't do your Roman numerals very well, did you? Because L is 50 and V is 5.
Yeah, I knew the 5. The L screws me up. Suck my dick. But that is insane. I didn't know until today that
Really?
nobody has seen
Yeah.
videotaped of
Oh.
the first Super Bowl.
Yeah, because that's
The question is, how does his grandma get it in her attic, or his mom, whoever that was?
So
grandmother's attic, so...
So I got all this stuff from the Washington Post, and there was actually a news report on it. It's 4 minutes and something seconds long. I suggest anybody goes out there and try to find it. But they actually showed snippets of the actual thing, and it's the most complete version of Super Bowl I ever.
Really?
So there's little tidbits of it out there, but there's not. This is the most complete from start to finish, and they wanted to try to get as much of the game as possible. So the quadplex is like the reel to reel.
Right.
So somebody at every break kept changing the reel to make sure they got as much of it done.
Right.
So anytime there was a replay or anything like that, that it would be missing.
Yeah.
So it's still the most complete, and it's at the Film and Movie Archive in New York right now, being remastered and put into color and all that.
Oh, wow.
And it's pretty insane. They actually show a clip of the actual game,
Yeah.
and it's insane.
So, what's the standoff between the NFL and him? Do you have any information on that? Or?
So, you know those little things in the beginning of all the football games that says that the game is
Property of the NFL.
Yeah.
and any duplications or rebroadcasting is by the sole permission of the NFL and blah,
Right.
blah, blah.
Because he has the
So
only
just-
footage of it, they're fighting him.
So just because he has a videotape of it doesn't mean that he can share it, sell it, or anything of that nature.
Right.
Because the NFL owns the content, even though he owns the footage,
Right.
or the media in which has the footage.
But
of it.
I'm willing to bet back in 60-something, they didn't have that thing.
So what happened is in the 60s and all that, a lot of companies, and not companies, but broadcasting companies would re-tape over their footage. And actually, this game wasn't even the headliner on the TV Guide or anything.
Oh, probably not, because football wasn't big then.
No, the headliner was son of a bitch, I had this. It was some other event.
MASH.
No, it was some other sporting event a week later.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this wasn't even a thing. It didn't even have a full page. It had a very small little thing of almost
Big difference from now.
Yeah, almost of zero significance. And Super Bowl II is out there, but not Super Bowl I.
Right.
And actually, while doing my deep dive,
Whoa.
that's not me.
Oh,
That's you.
Oh, wow. That went loud. That went loud.
And actually, while I was doing a deep dive, I found something of the Ice Bowl where this woman's father was a pilot, and he wanted to watch the game,
Yeah.
but they lived so close to the stadium that it got blacked out on local television,
Yeah.
and he didn't want to listen to it on the radio.
Right.
So him and her
I remember
friend-
when the Pats used to get blacked out. We had to watch it because we had antenna TV. We couldn't watch it on Channel 4 out of Boston. We had to watch it on Channel 40 out of Springfield.
So
Thank God, living in the Central Mass.
this guy, her father and her friend, got in the plane and circled Lambeau Field,
Oh, wow.
and they were the only air coverage of that game. So she released photographs of this game, and the only photos to exist
Yeah.
of that game from the aerial.
Wow.
And when her father and her friend came back, their faces were bright red because it was negative degrees on the field.
Right, and it's
They were
even
in the
colder
air
up
with
in the
no
air.
heat.
Oh, yeah.
And they were
Were they in an open cockpit dual?
It was like an old prop plane.
Yeah, an old.
And she was saying the inside of the windshield was frosted over because of their breath was freezing the windshield, and they had to keep scraping it to clear it off.
And they're taking pictures out the window.
Yeah. So
That's awesome.
yeah, so instead of giving you guys some random ass thing, and I got two really fucking random ass sports I got clued into this weekend. That I'll share later in the progression of the show, but I figured with the Super Bowl coming up and the hopeful rematch of Super Bowl I,
Yep.
I figured that would be my random ass sport history edition of the week.
Well, that was definitely that's interesting, sort of. It's not going to happen because there's no way Green Bay wins this weekend, but are you going to really pick the Green Bay Packers? You going to stick with your home team?
You'll have to wait and find
Yeah,
out.
you're going to have to find out.
So, news around the NFL. We're finally to that point. Odell Beckham
Are you
Jr.
skipping me?
Oh, no, we did. Oh, never mind. You're up, Gail. I got tranced by his aerial footage story.
Yeah.
Anyways, you're up.
All right. What is happening?
Turn off your sound.
To start talking.
Carry on,
Okay.
my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are gone.
So,
Lay your sleepy head to rest.
will you shut up?
Don't you cry no more.
Oh, I hate you.
I'm
I'm gonna have that goddamn song stuck in my head now. You are such an asshole.
I'm glad I don't know which song you're talking about right now.
Oh my god. Yes. All right. Anyways, so we have a local youth hockey team. Loud noises. I'll give you loud noises.
I'm gonna laugh the day she walks back there and just smacks you on the camera.
I'm going to.
You want to know the time she'll be on
I'm
video? Is
so-
smacking you
I'm
right upside the
so
head.
Oh, it's going to make me hard so fast.
Okay, so we have a local
Only if
youth
she's on top.
hockey team that is out of Gardner. The Sting. It's I am gonna punch you in the face.
Hey, if you're watching, I had my hands up. That was not me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know where you sleep.
Black Cat has taken the field.
I'm gonna suffocate you in your sleep.
She does have keys to your house, you know.
She does. I'm just sad because I can't get you anymore.
So, anyways, moving on.
Oh, that was
That
loud.
was so loud.
Yeah, we peaked on that one.
She said,
To the spanking, the oral sex.
God.
Anyhow, local news.
All right, let's go.
I hate both of you.
That's all Nate.
Jump off a bridge.
Just keep talking.
So, with the Sting,
Sting.
6 teams played in the tourney in the woods the week of December 22nd to the 29th. 2 teams made the finals. The Might 3, whose
Are we talking about
coach-
hockey? I'm sorry.
Yes, it
Okay,
is
thank you.
hockey. Might 3, whose coach is Dan Budwick, came up short in the championship game against Acton Boxborough.
He knows about hockey?
Yeah, he coaches it, plays it.
Yeah, he used to play even back when we were in high
He
school.
still plays.
Oh, he still plays.
But yeah, Budwick plays over 40 hockey or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Well,
Wait, did you say
no.
over 40?
I'm kidding.
No.
He plays old person hockey.
So he may be in like an over 30 league because he's like our age.
Yeah.
He's the same age as me. He
Sweet.
graduated with me and Nate.
Yeah. I was
Oh,
gonna say-
yeah. I was like, wait, what?
yeah, you're
So-
like, hold on, I know a Budwick.
I know it, Nate.
Oh my God, you guys are idiots. So they
And
lost
you're just figuring this out.
to Acton Boxborough 8-0.
Lost?
They lost.
Okay. Sorry.
In the championship game.
I keep
Whoa.
fucking myself up, and I'm losing. I'm just go back to marketplace.
you knew
Uh,
that.
The second team that made it to the finals was the Squirt 1 team,
Well,
who
that's an inappropriate name.
I actually have a friend whose son is on that team. Their coach is Justin Hebb. They won the championship game against Neshoba, which this is the 3rd straight year in a row that they've won, and they won 5-0.
Cool. Is that all we got for?
That is all I have.
That's all the local news. All right, around the league, NFL news, notes, whatever. You're up, Travis.
All right, Odell Beckham Jr. I got it the second time around. The New Orleans police on Thursday issued a arrest warrant for the Cleveland Browns wide receiver Odell for a complaint of a simple battery after slapping the backside of a Superdome security guard.
Did they really say backside on the
Oh,
news
yes.
report? They
Yes,
wouldn't say
they
butt.
did.
They wouldn't say butt
They wouldn't say butt
or buttocks.
or buttocks.
Or ass.
Come on, we're a responsible group of people. No profanity here.
Ass.
Warrant for Beckham's arrest comes a day after the video made rounds on social media, which showed the 3-time Pro Bowl wide receiver appearing to slap the police officer on the rear end after the officer urged LSU players to stop smoking cigars during their post-game celebration in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Shortly after the LSU Tigers' 42-25 victory on Monday, the 2014 NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year was seen handing out cash to multiple LSU players, which would constitute an NCAA violation. Although LSU initially said it believed the money was fake, it later issued a statement saying that it was investigating the matter. As we talked about earlier, we had their quarterback say that it was actually real money. Appearing on Barstool Sports' Pardon My Take podcast, Heisman Trophy winner quarterback Joe Burrow was asked if the money was real, and he replied, "I'm not a student athlete anymore, so yeah." In other news, former NFL wide receiver gets an Oscar nomination. Yes, Oscar nomination. Matthew A. Cherry was a wide receiver in the NFL who shuttled between practice squads and an active roster for the Jacksonville Jaguars, Cincinnati Bengals, Carolina Panthers, and Baltimore Ravens. Since leaving the league, he became a filmmaker who has directed music videos, television shows, and was an executive producer for Spike Lee's Black Klansman.
That's what that says.
Most recently, he created. It's just weird to see Spike Lee and Klansman together. Most recently, he created a animated short, Harry Love. Oh God, that was a hit both on screen.
Hair love, not Harry love. God damn.
That sounded terrible.
There's a difference between somebody that masturbates too much and somebody that just appreciates hair.
Apparently, Hair Love that was a hit on both the screen on the New York Times bestseller list thanks to a book adoption.
So, hold on. My question,
Yeah.
going back one topic, the OBJ thing.
Yep.
Did he not say good game or something?
I think that was the whole issue.
Or encouragement.
That video was hilarious.
If you smack the ass, you got to say good game.
Or encouragement.
Boom.
Encouragement.
It's the rules. It's the rules of the ass slap on the football.
It was
It related to football.
hilarious.
You smack the ass, good game.
You got to say a good game. It's like an unknown rule that everybody should know.
It's like Major League Baseball. It's an unwritten rule.
Yes, it's an unwritten rule. And it's awful if maybe he just didn't hear it because it was inside that locker room, so it was pretty loud in there.
Maybe.
I mean, he looked like he was trying to explain that he said it.
Yeah, I said it. I promise.
He's like, "What? Why are you so offended? Don't get angry."
Well, the reports were there was consideration to file a sexual harassment or sexual assault charges.
Right, but
He's such an angry elf.
So because of the it's a lot harder to prove that than it was to prove the
Battery.
So
simple battery, I think.
Yeah, simple battery, but you can't get rid of a simple battery off of your record, unlike a sexual assault charge.
I was really hoping you were going to say rectum by accident. It's harder to get a simple battery off of your rectum. Fuck right it is.
So the simple battery, the max penalty is
God forbid you get a simple battery in your rectum. That shit's going to stay there forever.
$1,000 fine, just like a
It's like
battery in the ear,
herpes.
right, Travis?
Yeah.
Or up to 6 months in prison. That's the max
Yeah.
max penalties he can have.
The fact that Gail is covering her mouth. She's fucking redder than a tomato.
Oh yes, she is.
Nate Broker. That's it, boys and girls. And one bet Leah's dying over there.
Probably. I haven't gotten a message from her.
She's on here.
She's on here. She's commenting.
Oh, wait. Let me see. I got a Snapchat.
I got a step chat?
Step chat. Luke. Oh, geez, Jeremy.
She
Where the hell
said
did this name
Her
come from?
face,
Luke
her face
Kuechly.
hurts from laughing.
She can't type. She's laughing too hard.
Oh, my
Luke
God.
Kuechly retires at age 28. The 2012 9th overall Carolina draft pick, Luke Kuechly.
Kuechly.
Kegels walked away from a small fortune in a salary when he surprised the football world by announcing his retirement on Tuesday night.
Can we come up with $12,500?
I don't know.
There's a Dodge pickup that I would just love to have.
Oh, that's a nice Dodge pickup too.
Oh, look at the stick
Kegels
on
retired
that.
with 2 years and about $22 million in cash left on his contract. The All-Pro linebacker will essentially forfeit that money as well as any on-field earnings from future contracts when the current deal expires after the 2021 season. Well, after this year, I don't blame him for retiring at Carolina, although I would have asked for a trade first.
No, he had concussion issues. It's more of a medical reason. Like his 4-minute video or so, you could see he wants to play, but mentally he probably can't continue.
So it's kind of like Josh, but Josh just doesn't listen to it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Josh is just an idiot.
Okay.
Right, Josh?
I
I don't know if he's
doubt he's listening. He's in Georgia right now.
Yeah, he might check it out later, though. Leah, tell Josh to stop being an idiot.
Yeah.
Georgia.
He doesn't listen to anybody. You should know better than that. He doesn't listen to even us.
Well, Kuechly's career, from 2012 to 2019, he played in 118 games. He had a total of 690 tackles, 402 assists, 12.5 sacks, 1 safety, 75 tackles for a loss, 67 pass defense, 18 interceptions.
That's not bad.
153 yards on interceptions, an average of 8.5 yards per interception, along with 32, 1 touchdown, 7 forced fumbles, and 9 fumble recoveries.
That's pretty good.
He was a beast. He was elected to the Pro Bowl, I think, every year of his career, except for this current year.
Yep.
I'm not allowed to have money. I'm just saying.
You just hand it to me. I'll buy useful things.
These are useful
No,
things.
he won't.
We've seen what he spends his money on. It's not useful either.
Yeah,
But
computer parts.
this is how we produce this show. So the NFL game
$5 grand's not bad.
finalists for the class.
I bet we get him to 4,500 on the Studebaker.
Oh, my God.
Studebaker.
It's a sick fucking truck.
Oh.
I tagged you both in it.
No, that is a truck. Germany,
me
yeah,
now.
we can do that. We can do that. We can put
1965 Buick, 401
Big-
nailhead, 400 trans, runs and
I
drives and
can't
brakes.
get a Chromebook
big block
for
and tub out their
$120
ends.
bucks.
I tell you what, I know how you can get a pearl necklace.
It's creepy because you guys' laugh is like insane. There was like one laugh sound, even though both you guys were laughing like. It was perfectly in sync. You did your guys' like cycle synchronize or something over there?
For me, the funniest part is that Gail was about to say something and just stopped.
I'm crying over here.
Hey, I advertised this was going to be the best show yet. Did I not?
You did.
You did. He took all his medication today, boys and girls.
I did.
Did you take more than you were supposed to?
No.
He just finally took it all.
Okay, Nate. Hall of Fame people.
Yeah, this is your favorite part.
This is you.
I need to be put in the podcast Hall of Fame after this show.
Okay, well, first, quick question for you.
Quick answer for you.
42.
Do you think Bill Cowher deserves to be in the NFL?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
He didn't do that well.
Didn't he have like 2 Super Bowl wins with them?
One.
Still.
He had 1 Super Bowl win his entire career.
And he wasn't.
Listen,
he
there's
wasn't
a
great,
lot of coaches and players and
but
everybody
he
that
was not a
never won the Super Bowl.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
Bill
it's,
Cowher
it's,
deserves
it's different from coaches. Coaches, you expect to have winning records for most of the time, and he didn't. He was.
I don't even know who you're talking about. So.
Bill Cowher was the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and
Well,
the only year that they went to the Super Bowl, I think, was the year that the Patriots didn't have Brady.
He only has 149 wins.
Yeah. Out of how many games?
240.
Yeah.
Do you have his winning percentage?
.623.
So what's his wins?
So he
what's
lost
his
more
actual,
than he won.
Did he?
No, he did not lose more than he won.
What's his total wins and losses and ties? That's what I'm asking.
So regular season, 149 wins, 90 losses, 1 tie. Postseason, 21 wins, 12 wins, 9 losses, a .571.
So you're saying he retired as a winning coach,
Barely.
but
Better than
still a winning coach.
Better than what's the name down in New York? The Giant. Manning.
Eli's not a coach.
Right, but Eli Manning's only going out with 50-50 again. He played 2 games, won 1 and lost 1.
I mean, he was still a winning coach. He's still one of the very few coaches to ever coach in Pittsburgh. I think they had a total of 6 coaches.
Something like that.
So that's still a huge marker for them.
That doesn't matter though if you're not a winning.
I think
coach.
they just had to put somebody. They needed more than one coach in there. I think that's what it came down
No,
to.
there's several coaches that were eligible. I agree. I think Bill Cowher should have been inducted. I agree on both of these.
I'm hard to feel like he deserves it, but Jimmy Johnson.
I don't know
who you
about
got
Jimmy
coming up?
Johnson though.
Jimmy Johnson, I believe.
Just
does.
the name alone.
Well, the issue was in Dallas with the phenomenal athletes, he did great. And then he went to Miami and he was shit.
Well, it's Miami.
Yeah, thanks, Gail.
Miami's where you go to die.
Well, that is what people do when they get old. They go to
That's
Miami.
what happens
right?
when they move to Florida.
It's Florida. It's Miami. Close enough.
Anyhow, so this is your favorite part of the year.
Yeah, so the NFL Hall of Fame finalists for the class of 2020, for the coaches, you have Bill Cowher from 92 to 06, was for the head coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and Jimmy Johnson, 1989 to 93, Dallas Cowboys, and 1996 to 99 with the Miami Dolphins. I'm guessing you all saw the announcement for him on TV.
I did, yes.
And that to me was like the sweetest and most
I thought
pure.
he was going to die right then and there. I was afraid.
Yeah,
I
it was like
worried.
the most pure and genuine like happiness you'll ever find in anybody.
Yeah.
Well, so my question was, who the frick is that guy inducting them? That guy is
Yeah.
a monster among monsters.
He was a
player.
Yeah, he was I think a lineman back in the day.
Yeah.
But like all those broadcasts have ex-players on them, and he towers over them. He's bigger than them. It's like
It's time to Google him, Jeremy. Who is the guy inducting all these people into the Hall of Fame?
I saw
Why you do that? In contributors, they're both deceased. Is Steve Sable, administrator president, 1964 2012 NFL Films. There's 3.
Yep.
Paul Tagliabue,
Yes.
Tagliabue, whatever. Commissioner,
Tagliabue.
1989 to 06.
Oh, he passed away?
No, he didn't. The asterisks are passed away.
Oh.
And then the late George Young, contributor, general manager, 1968 to 1974 Baltimore Colts, 1975 to 78 Miami Dolphins, 78 to 97 New York Giants. Excuse me. And then in 98 to 2001 he was with the NFL.
Boy, he got around.
That's what she said. And then for your players, you have Harold Carmichael, wide receiver, 1971 to 83 Philadelphia Eagles, and 84 the Dallas Cowboys. Jim Covert, tackle, 1983 to 1990 Chicago Bears. The late Bobby Dillon, safety, 1952 to 59 with the Green Bay Packers. Cliff Harris, safety, 1970 to 79 Dallas Cowboys. The late Winston Hill, tackle, 1963 to 1976 New York Jets. And the 1977 Los Angeles Rams.
Hey, what do you know? They're back.
The late Alex Karras, defensive tackle, 1958 to 62, and 1964 to 1970 Detroit Lions. Donnie Shell, safety, 1974 to 1987 Pittsburgh Steelers. The late Duke Slater, tackle, 1922 Milwaukee Badgers, and the 1922 to 1925 Rock Island Independence. 1926 to 1931, the Chicago Cardinals. The late Mac Speedy. And?
Yeah, that would be an end.
Okay. I've never seen an E. So, because usually it's DE.
Well, this is you gotta remember this is 46 and 52, so it's a little bit different back
Right.
then.
So he was in the 1946 to 52 Cleveland Browns, AAFC, and NFL. And then the late Ed Sprinkle, defensive end, linebacker, end, 1944 to 1955 Chicago Bears.
You know what I noticed is a lot more like really old time players in this list. So I have a feeling that them going back and checking out these guys for the 100th year when they were doing all the 100th of like best players ever, it made them realize they were missing a lot of people from the Hall of Fame that deserved to be there.
Well, I think what's great about it is they're adding these players that were part of the NFL before the merger and during the birth of this sport. Because
birth of football.
Right. It's gone a long way.
Yes.
Okay, so to answer your question.
If you ever get the chance to watch the movie The Leatherheads, watch it because it's all about the birth of the NFL.
Okay, to answer your question.
Yep.
Which question?
His name is David Baker.
The guy who inducts all these people into the NFL.
Yeah, in case anybody forgot.
He is 6'9", nearly 400 pounds.
Whoo, that's a big man.
Told you
That's
he
what
was.
she said.
I told you he was a monster among monsters. He is.
Yeah, he was.
Who did he play for?
I didn't look at that stuff up.
Oh,
God, you knew he was going to ask.
I know. I was
That
trying.
was always going to be my next question. Who did he play for? Where did he play?
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Yes. That is everybody's
Don't
question.
worry, we'll wait in awkward silence for Jeremy to find an answer to this. While you do that, I'm going to look at Mustangs on the marketplace.
Okay, so he played in 1959. Wait, what the? This doesn't make sense. Nope, not wrong person. Keep going, your Hall of Fame people. Let me see if I can find the.
That is all the Hall of Fame people. That is all of them.
It's a coupe. Did you get it yet?
No, it's not coming up.
Sounds like you need Viagra.
Ranking the oral sex.
Ratios. A 5-ounce bird could not carry a 1-pound coconut.
So while we're waiting for
Private parts at your aunties, you cheesy lot of second-hand electric donkey-bottom biters.
so while we're waiting,
body, sir.
You are a smelly pirate hooker.
Patriots news?
Talk about pissing your money away.
so while we're waiting for Jeremy to finally catch up to the rest of us,
It's coming up with other people named David Baker. That's the issue.
Why don't you say, type in pro Hall of Famer, whatever his name was?
Yeah.
There's like 4 of them that keep popping up. That's the issue.
So apparently there's 4 people with the same name. It's always hard when that happens. Browns on Monday named Kevin Scuff. Okay, I don't know this name.
Stefanski.
Stefanski. So Josh McDaniels will be here next year as the offensive coordinator.
It's just bullshit. I'm sorry.
I'm not surprised.
He didn't want the job.
No,
and I'm going to
he
tell you
didn't.
why.
I don't
read
blame
your
him.
next
I don't
part.
bl-
You read the next part. I'm
Right.
going to tell you why he didn't want the job.
Right. I know exactly why they didn't
Go
want
ahead.
the job.
Read it.
Reports have stated that McDaniels had brought his wife with him to
And
the
that's
interview.
why he didn't want the job.
Right. Which is not unheard of when making a move like this. They knew it was he was interviewing that as much as they were interviewing him.
Wait, strike that and reverse it? What was that?
He was interviewing them as much as they were interviewing him.
Okay, some reason it sounded just really off.
The
when you said
Browns said McDonald's interview was very impressive and had a thorough, detailed plan for what he wanted to do with the organization. My sense as it would have meant changing a lot of different levels. Change in the reporting structure, a lot of turnover throughout the building. I don't think it was about personal control. I think it was more about the entire football operation is aligned. With guys like Pat's executive David Zinger coming aboard, and it really comes down to he wanted to change the way the structure is there because every year they're basically replacing their head coach, and they've gotten to a point where the guys up top are just bowing their heads to the owner and not like pushing back at all. They're just saying, yes, owner, you get whatever you want. And this year they finally let the general manager, who hasn't gotten his way the last couple of years, kind of pick the head coach. And that's why, and he's been saying from the get-go, he wanted Kevin and nobody else. So that's what I have a feeling that happened with over there, which is probably good for McDaniels because he wanted it to run well oiled, and they're like, no, we'll just do it the way we've been doing it for years. It's fine, because it's worked out so well for them.
I think that Freddie Kitchens should have gotten an extra year.
Oh yeah, it was ridiculous that they gave him like one shot, and then
because they didn't do horrible.
No, he brought him back from a losing season last year, and then they gave him like basically 3 weeks, 6 weeks I think it was, and they let him go.
It's stupid. It's beyond ignorant why they would let him play again. There's no reason not to let him play again or coach again.
Just let him play the season and let it go. If he doesn't win the season, then it's time to let him go. But if he wins a couple games and brings you guys back, just give him time. He's got a lot of high name guys that he's got to get to buy into the process.
I mean, it's kind of like the Matt Patricia thing where the ownership gave him an extra season to make them a playoff team.
Right, and he said that they basically came out and said at the end of this year, hey, either make it to the playoffs next year or you're going to be done
This is what, third season?
This will be his third season.
You need, with a coach that's never been a head coach.
Right.
They need at least 3 to 5 years.
Right.
Mind you, they're in one of the most difficult divisions.
Oh, yeah.
And especially now that the Packers are finally got their shit together.
Yeah.
And the Vikings got their shit together.
Yeah. Both of them made it to the playoffs this year, which is surprising, considering that's one of the toughest divisions.
3 years ago, the Bears and Packers made it.
Right.
Like, it's not uncommon for the NFC North to send 2.
Right. But it's uncommon for the AFC East to send 2, which they did this year, which is kind of surprising. And it's all on its own.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm like, the Dolphins didn't make it.
No, the Bills.
I forgot the Bills. Yeah,
the Bills are up and coming again.
They are.
In other past news, Julian Edelman was arrested in California after jumping onto a driver's vehicle and causing damages.
The heck you say?
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you what happened.
You tell us what happened.
You tell me.
Paul Pierce.
Who?
From
the Boston Celtics.
The Celtics. And Danny Amendola.
It's always Amendola's fault.
Told him, I bet you can't jump onto the hood of that Mercedes without using your hands. And he looked at them and said, hold my beer.
I was just about to say that. Watch this, hold my beer.
According to an Instagram post, Edelman was with Boston Celtics legends Paul Pierce and former Patriot teammate Damon Amendola, current wide receiver for the Detroit Lions. Speaking of
holy shit.
The Detroit Lions. What happened now?
Finish your thing.
All right. On Saturday night, while out with Pierce and Amendola around 9 p.m., Beverly Hills police took Edelman into custody and charged him with vandalism. Edelman was released on a citation and scheduled to appear at the airport courthouse at the Los Angeles International Airport on April 13th. I guess they have a lot of people that go to the courthouse, considering they have an airport
since when
courthouse.
Do the airports have courthouses?
Well, it's California, so people have to fly in a lot. The New England Patriots have not commented on Edelman's arrest. And that is all I have for Pat's news.
So apparently he did not actually play football.
So
hold on, he didn't play football?
No, he played basketball. Professional basketball player in Switzerland and worldwide.
So why is he inducting all these people into the NFL Hall of Fame?
Because he's the NFL Hall of Fame president right now.
Really?
Yes.
And he never played a day of football in his life.
Not that's coming
well,
up
not
anywhere.
professionally.
Not professional football. No, it's not coming up anywhere that he played professional football.
That's interesting.
So I have Amanda, listener contribution, tagged our show. The Giants make Alyssa Nakken first female major league coach.
Really?
Alyssa Nakken became the first female coach on a major league staff in baseball history Thursday when she was named an assistant under new general manager Gabe Kapler.
Wow.
Major League Baseball
coach.
confirmed Nakken is the first woman coach in the majors. Nakken is a former softball standout and first base for Sacramento State who joined the club in 2014 as an intern in baseball operations. She and Mark Hallberg, who was named as an assistant coach Thursday, will work to promote high performance along with a close-knit team atmosphere. That's pretty sick.
Nice.
The NBA has several female assistant coaches. The NFL's San Francisco 49ers playing is this Sunday in the NFL Championship have Katie Sowers as an offensive assistant.
I was just going to mention that.
Yeah, I was going to try to look her up and try to add her to the show, and we just had so much content in general. But I think that's pretty fucking. That's pretty.
That's
tits.
awesome.
That's fucking awesome.
Good for her.
Yeah.
I think once the football seasons end, we have to do a sports on all women in pro sports show.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that the following week of the Super Bowl.
And
no,
I will.
No, XFL starts that week.
Oh, yeah, but you can talk about both.
And I will bring Jello wrestling.
Ooh.
For the random ass sport.
I like Jello wrestling.
I knew you would, you dirty pig.
I don't know. We might have to tag in the wives so they run the show and we stay at home and relax.
But
Watch Jello wrestling.
I don't have a wife.
you have an Amanda, close enough.
I don't have a wife. I don't have a wife. You guys are fucked.
Well, Travis doesn't either, so.
So
I'm
now,
not claiming that.
Now to the divisional round recap.
Woo!
Congrats, Nate.
That was super loud.
Yeah. So
The real question, Nate, how many weeks leading up did I say they're going to lose first weekend of that they play in the postseason?
I mean,
I said it time and time again, yet I couldn't pick against them.
well, that just means you suck.
No, that means I knew it, but I couldn't justify it to myself.
Hey, there's a difference between winners and losers, and this week, my friends, I am a winner.
Took you long enough to win.
You're a wiener.
American winning machine. If you ain't first, you're last.
What has it been, like 3 months
And
since you
all
won a
y'all
game?
are last.
What has it been, like 3 months since you won?
Hang on. What's my percentage? Let's look at my percentage.
Oh, let's look at your percentage.
Let's look at my
You want
percentage.
to see your percentage?
I still want to see if I'm like professional
So
pickers
actually,
percentage.
none of these games are part of that percentage. I don't think. I think when I was doing the workup.
Sucka.
So let's see if it has these games included in the standings. Yeah, no. Oh,
Not in your general direction. Your mother
Nope,
was a hamster.
I'd say I'd
and your
hope not, 'cause what'd you go, like,
father
1 and,
smelt of elderberry.
1 and 5 weekend one?
yeah, he had a rough weekend that first week. I went 0 for 5, so 0 for 4 games. So
I was going to say
I
there
don't
isn't
know.
5
I
games.
don't know. I don't think those games are added. I'll have to.
What
fix
if you
that.
hit the standings update?
No, that just updates these standings, but those are only for the regular season. The postseason,
I'm still 64%. That's pretty great.
I don't.
You know,
yeah.
next year we have to go against the odds. If you really want to go about what your percentage is, you got to figure out against the odds.
Oh, for like the
Your betting percentage, because that's
your
what
betting percentage.
That's
yeah.
what he's talking about. There is a percentage.
So we were just doing winning lots percentage, which is pretty good, like because what these guys that pick the games on the TV are have to.
yeah,
pick
but
wrong
they
games.
they pick. But a lot of the people that do the betting pick against the spread. So we got to pick against the spread if you want to go that way.
Yeah. So this week's
Why do you got to
recap,
be a wet blanket on my parade?
we had
I like being a wet blanket.
we had a win that we expected with the San Francisco 49ers winning 27-10 against the Minnesota Vikings. We all knew that was going to happen, and boy, did it.
Yeah.
The Vikings looked like they were outplayed 9% of the game and then scored late in the second half. Well, late in the fourth quarter. Then we had the surprising upset of the number 6 Tennessee Titans beating the number 1 Baltimore Ravens.
That game was so much fun to watch.
I enjoyed watching the Titans just getting beaten to a pulp, but I hated losing that.
You mean
But I
the
didn't-
Ravens?
The
getting beat to
Ravens.
The Ravens, yeah. Sorry.
Drop whopper.
I was okay
The
losing that
Tennessee
game.
Titans won 28-12. They shut down every part of the Ravens game and made him pass from behind, which I've been saying all year that if you can get him to have to be play from behind and have to pass the ball, he's not going to be able to do what he needs to do. He can't do his little runs all the time. He can't do what he wants to do.
Who has the runs?
The Baltimore Ravens quarterback there,
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson.
Why did you help him?
I would have got there
Because he
eventually.
would have been snapping for another 5 minutes trying to think of it.
And I would have let him.
I don't have that much free time here.
So, and
What else are you going to go? Go to bed?
Well, some of us do wake up in like 2 hours.
Oh, I get tomorrow off.
So, and I
What?
always said he
Tomorrow off.
wasn't a great
Yeah, and
pocket
Monday.
passer. If you can keep him in the pocket and make him have to make choices, he's not going to be able to do that. He made a couple of good throws, but not many. A lot of them were either outside of the receiver's reach or like way above their heads.
Along with 2 interceptions and a strip sack.
Yep.
Mm.
It was just, I've been saying this all year. Everybody's like, oh, he's the best that we've ever
But
seen.
You still picked the Ravens.
I did because
so
the odds,
you are part of the sheep.
the odds were that there was no way in hell a number 6 team would beat the Baltimore Ravens. But now that the Tennessee Titans have shown us that, I'm starting to worry about my bracket. Well, and my bracket's broken, but
So
My bracket is done.
my question for you, when was the last time a 6 team made the Super Bowl?
I don't know. I meant to Google that today, but I forgot to. So it was just like I don't remember the last time the Tennessee Titans any number 16 has made it to the Super Bowl, but they're show that they're actually coming on at the exact right time. In the NFC, we had the Kansas City Chiefs hosting the Houston Texans. No, that was an AFC game in the morning and Sunday. Kansas City Chiefs hosted the Houston Texans. Texans got up on them early in the first quarter, and then they just stopped. They're like, "Oh, we scored enough. We don't need to do anything else." And then the Kansas City Chiefs came back 51-31. Man, it was the only one to go to the Texans, and that was the wrong move for her.
Well, it looked good till through the first quarter.
Oh yeah, the first quarter it looked like it. It looked good, but then it just went downhill. And then the night game, the Green Bay Packers hosted the Seattle Seahawks. I was kind of hoping Seattle would play better.
Okay, so
It was a tight game for most of it, but they just didn't do enough. And the Green Bay Packers won 26-23.
Fuck yeah, bitches.
And that made Nate go 4-0.
4-0.
Okay, so since 1990, when the NFL expanded to its playoff format to 6 teams, only 2 6 seeds have gone on to win the Super Bowl.
Really?
The 2005 Pittsburgh Steelers, and Nate, where's the other one?
What?
What's the other 6 seed to go on and win a Super Bowl?
I'm going to presume it's the Packers since you asked me.
It is in 2010.
God damn, she's pregnant. Holy, look at the bump on her.
Who is that?
I don't know, but she's cute.
Is that Raska's wife?
Probably.
God bless him. Everyone. Are we ready to make picks?
I don't know. Is there anything else you want to talk about those games?
Oh, that felt good.
Or not really? I think you're good?
I
think they spoke for themselves, but
Yep.
Nate, so me and Nate had a little
Side bet?
no, we had a little dispute over that last first down call in the Packers game.
Oh, you mean how TV, the yellow line wasn't actually the first down marker?
No, I agree. It's
Okay.
90% of the time that's not right.
So, and that was the part in which it was not right, and he actually got the first down. If you look at the pylon camera, it shows that he crossed the line.
No, my issue is where they spotted the ball.
But he still got the first down.
You don't know. They didn't
But he still got the first down.
No, you don't know that fact.
I feel highly confident in that he did, in fact, get the first
Confident?
down.
The issue is only one side's accurate, the other side's just kind of guesstimated.
Oh,
So
I feel like
I have no idea if it was a first down or not. I just wish they would have spotted the ball where it should have been spotted, where you could see his arm made an indent in that field.
Yeah, that. Oh, you were arguing with that? I'm surprised you even tried to argue. That arm was like a huge indent where he went down, and then they rolled and put the ball where he rolled to.
Look here, New England fans. It's not a conspiracy all the time.
No,
I don't know.
Not every coach and every ref is trying to get you, and it's not the end of the world. You have 6 Super Bowl wins.
We can use
Just
another.
let everything else go.
No.
Nobody's out to get you. Stop being fucking paranoid.
No,
And just the refs called it right.
No, they called it wrong.
I don't know if it was a first down or not. I'm not arguing.
I
They
would-
didn't put the
I
ball
would
in the
give
right
you
spot
guys-
to get the first
I
down.
would give you plausible effort if you were a Cowboys fan and how the refs continuously screw you when you play Green Bay. I will give that to you.
No,
That Des
no,
Bryant catch, totally a catch and should have counted.
You're just
No,
mad because
no.
Green Bay came here and lost in great fashion last year.
Who beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl?
been a long time since that happened.
But it still happened.
No, see, my issue is more the officiating this year than the actual who
The
played.
officiating's been shit the whole year.
'Cause
Why are
the-
you singling out this game
'Cause
of all games?
Because on the first,
If I was a Patriots fan, you wouldn't have said shit.
no, on
But because I'm
no,
a Packers fan, now you're trying to get up in
No,
my business.
no, on Seattle's first drive,
Yeah,
that
exactly.
was a fumble by a mile and a half,
Your mouth is a mile and a half.
and Green Bay recovered it, and yet they said there was no clear recovery.
Yeah.
It makes no sense to me anymore.
Your mouth is making no sense.
Really?
He's telling saying that Green Bay should get the ball in the fumble.
And he's trying to attack the first down.
Well,
And
no,
he's-
no,
you're
I'm
just-
not. I'm
you're-
not attacking the first down. I'm attacking the.
Is your
where they-
middle name Maytag? Because you're just washing all over the place. Just
I'm
wishy-washy.
attacking where they placed the ball. I wanted the ball spotted correctly. I don't know if it was a first down or not. I don't care. Spot the ball where the ball should have been spotted. There was a frickin' indent on the frickin' field about a foot and a half long because of his forearm.
Were you a line cook in your previous life? Because you're just flipping those pancakes back and forth. Just flipping, flopping.
God.
It was a fumble. He didn't make the first down, but they should have got the fumble. Bitch, make up your mind.
I never said he didn't get the first down. I said they didn't spot it correctly.
But who cares?
I
They
do.
gave-
If the
they gave
fir-
him an extra
look.
yard.
They
Look,
gave him an extra 2 yards, actually.
That's
and
true.
And I just wanted the ball spotted where it should have been spotted. Bring
look.
the chains out. Tell me if it actually is or not.
do you know how often the ball is actually placed where it's supposed to?
Do you know how,
Never.
do you know how often they have a freaking foot and a half freaking indent of where the ball should be placed?
Never.
and then another freaking helmet dug out grass another yard past that from his head too.
And that's where we're gonna put the balls where helmet lands.
No, they put it a yard past where the helmet was.
Oh.
Okay. And the problem?
I wanted the ball spotted where the dent was, and
You
It
can't always get what you want.
I know.
I'm
that's
pretty
good
sure there's a
too.
song about that.
It is. It actually made,
always
I think, the top 10 of all time, too.
It is by far not the worst spotting of balls I've ever seen.
oh, no.
I've seen
He's seen a lot of balls.
I've seen worse spotting in women's underwear.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but Nate doesn't dispute the ball was not spotted correctly.
I just don't care.
He
Yeah,
doesn't
yes,
care
Because
because
they
the Packers
won.
won.
Look, I care more about the turtle that had sex with 15 other turtles to repopulate the endangered turtle population
Hey,
more
that
than
turtle's the man.
he is.
Yeah.
Like,
He's a champ,
he had sex with 130 different turtles.
and he's over
no,
100.
And he's
yeah.
over 100 years old.
Yeah.
He got after it.
Go Diego, go.
I feel like that turtle should be checked.
For what? STDs?
Something.
He was a turtle and a half shell.
Turtle power.
What do you have? Like 15 different sets of kids out of that set too?
There were 13 females and 2 males, and Diego was responsible for populating like 50-some-odd% of those turtles,
Yep.
bringing from like 15 to over 4,000.
That's pretty good.
He's a champ right there.
That's a whole
And he's
lot of
over
babies.
100. I wish I can.
Yeah.
I hope I can do.
130.
I hope I can do that when I'm 130.
No, thank you.
I assumed you're gonna be 6 feet under long before then.
I sure hope so.
They'll be writing tales about you in stone.
Probably.
Yeah, on his gravestone.
Here once lived a dirty man.
They're talking about yours or mine?
Both.
Both.
We should get caskets and have our hands stuck out, and we'll hold hands under the ground.
We'll probably
Since when
die
are you
around
guys being buried in caskets? I'm just going to dig a hole and fucking bury you in the backyard.
What we do is we go head to foot,
Fuck that. I'm just
and we
burning
drill
them.
holes, and we just grab each other.
Burning 'em. I'm putting them in the pig pen.
No digging involved. Just burn them.
Actually, that's yeah. Anyway,
Pig pen. Pigs eat everything.
are we gonna make picks?
I think we're
Yes,
gonna. I
yes,
think
but-
we're ready to make.
Why do we
picks.
segue to just not goodness?
How did we get to burning bodies?
Something like a
we
turtle.
we
and-
went from turtle sex to burning bodies. That just doesn't happen.
It happens all the
We
time.
go from life to death so quick.
I think we mixed up podcasts tonight.
Do
think
you?
we did.
I miss the pearl necklace days.
Stop!
Okay, so picks.
I know what you're getting for your
Picks.
birthday.
Fuck off.
So Nate,
Yeah.
you're gonna pick the first game, and I'm gonna pick the first and the second game.
Well, me and Nate already talked. We
did.
We both agreed on
So-
the picks, which is
Scary.
So I know who I want to win,
And you know.
and I know who I'm going to pick to win.
All right.
I want the Kansas City Chiefs and the Green Bay Packers to win,
Right.
but I'm going to pick the Tennessee Titans to beat the Chiefs. They've already beat them once. Ryan Tannehill is on fire.
Yeah, he is.
Henry is just playing lights out, and they still have a really good passing game. I think the Titans are going to win.
So I've gone back and forth on this since last Sunday. Actually.
So you've been like your brother trying to figure out the spot of a ball?
No. I gave up on the spot of the ball after the end of the game. I was just.
So you're saying you let it go?
I let it go.
Let it go. Let it go.
No.
So I also decided that the Chiefs are flying high. They're getting coached right. They know how to stop like those running quarterbacks.
You mean the Titans?
Yeah, the Tennessee Titans. Yeah, that's the one. They can coach right.
He's going Chiefs.
I thought about it, but I have a feeling that as long as the defense holds up and they look like they're going to, the Tennessee Titans are on their way to win this Super Bowl.
Oh, sorry, wrong game.
Yeah, that's the way. That's the next game.
So you want to know the crazy fact?
So Jeremy, I'm
Crazy
guessing you
fact.
Also,
Andy Reid is like 6th or 7th all time on winning.
Right.
Most wins by a coach. But he is 3-7 in his last 10 games.
I think he's.
And 2 of those games happen to be against the Houston Texans.
I actually think that Andy Reid is almost the most winningest head coach. I think Bill Belichick's the only one that beats him.
No,
currently, yes.
Current coaches, yes.
But the difference is Andy Reid's never won the big game. He's only been there once in his life.
Right.
And they lost.
As a head coach.
Has
he ever been there as an assistant?
I don't know. I didn't pay that.
Because he was an assistant coach for Green Bay, and he was the quarterback's coach for Mr. Brett Favre.
So, yeah. Jeremy, are you also going to go with the Titans?
I am going with the Titans.
Oh, the names I didn't bring over the names.
I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of people going Titans. I know Maureen is going Titans.
Mo is going Titans this week.
Amanda's going Titans. She just posted that on the thing.
Yes, she did.
Samesies.
And
fucking sheep, man.
Gail's doing her picks on the Titans.
But Nate, I told you before you said anything, so it isn't me.
I know, you definitely did.
Because we were talking earlier, and I said I'm not choosing your team.
So, but I don't know. I don't talk about my picks until I pick them.
Well, Jeremy started talking to me, and I can't be an asshole.
We were chatting about it over here while we were trying to figure out why my microphone doesn't work.
Oh, Matt's probably not making picks.
Matt's not making picks?
I have no idea. I haven't talked to him. He blew me off in Indiana.
Really?
Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me.
I want to go to a Packers bar. There is over 50 Packers bars in 50 states.
Really?
Yeah.
Where's the one in Massachusetts?
It's in Boston.
Well, of course it is.
So I was in Mexico City.
Don't say.
Actual Mexico City, and there was a restaurant / bar in the airport that had a Packers helmet in it.
Really?
It has like a Packers helmet, a Patriots helmet,
Burn it.
Chargers helmet, and there was like 2 or 3 others, like the Cowboys
Blasphemy.
and some other like on the border ones. And I just found it funny that Patriots and Packers were there, but yet nothing else from like anywhere close to anywhere away from that area was up. Okay, continue.
All right, so in the San Francisco Green Bay game, the night game, I am going to go with Jimmy G and the San Francisco 49ers. I know, that one may hurt, but I trust in Jimmy G.
I wasn't even talking to you.
The dog attacked.
Oh, the
Jasmine
dog attack.
moved.
She readjusted.
Jeremy, who are you going to go with?
I'm also going to go with Jimmy G. In Jimmy G, we trust.
Jimmy G, we trust. Gail, who are you going with?
I'm going to go with Packers.
You're going with the Packers. Amanda is going with the 49ers.
Maureen is going with the 49ers.
Haters. All of you.
Jasmine.
Ah!
Except for Gail.
Hey, Jasmine.
Muppet, I love you.
Here, talk.
Love you.
Jasmine, speak.
She only barks for BONEs.
You gonna bark?
Are not going to win that week. I'm going with the 49ers.
That's
hurts.
fine. I still think that the Packers are going to make it to the Super
Okay,
Bowl.
so
There has been so much like this. I
so
tried
you
to.
called us sheep, and then picked the 49ers.
how the tides have turned.
Yes.
So this is the. Do I pick the win,
Or
do
you
I
pick your favorite team.
Right, and it's hard because even when I was traveling, I had an airline pilot tell me, "Go Pack, go," and I was like, "Yeah, but not this week." And I had listened to so much sport talk, NFL radio, and they're trying to give like reasons why the Packers should win this game.
Right.
But even though Aaron Rodgers is from California, the team doesn't play in California. They haven't played well in California. Ever since fucking Big Nose Kaepernick is there, he just doesn't play. I hope they win. I really do. Every part of my being wants the Packers to win. Are they going to win?
No.
Probably not. Am I going to be mad if the Packers win and I lose? Fuck no, I'm not going to be mad. Especially if the Chiefs win. Because there is nothing better than a State Farm commercial coming to the truth during the Super Bowl.
Yeah, if they win, I want somebody to be at the State Farm office investigating them.
I want
Yeah,
their agent.
State Farm rigged it. They paid off the NFL.
I want their agent to be there. I want both of their State Farm agents to be there.
I think the agent from the commercial needs to be the guy flipping the coin in the
Yes,
coin
he
toss.
has to
That
be.
would be fucking epic.
But hold on, and Mahomes' agent standing next to him. And
My homie?
Mahomie.
Can I call you my homie?
So their actual
Breaking the law.
so
Breaking the law.
The agent
That song
their
needs to be
agent
playing.
has to be flipping the coin, and they need both of their
their
State Farm's
agents
agents standing next to them.
And that song needs to be playing on the radio.
Yes.
Don't mess with my discount.
Yes.
But I really want the Packers and Chiefs to win just because I want
The
game 100,
to be
the season
game of-
100
to be the
one.
same.
to
be as one.
to be one. That's
It would be very nostalgia.
yeah.
It would be a rigged 100 game.
You're a fucking whore.
Okay, so question for you.
No.
Answer for you.
So I happen to be listening to local sports radio for once in a while. And
Yeah.
and they posed a question. Who has the most to gain / lose this weekend
My mom.
and going forward in the NFL? Like, who has the most to gain if they were to win and to win it all?
The Titans.
Titans.
But why?
Because they're 6th seed and they came from so far behind.
Really? I don't believe that, though. They're a 6th seed. They're playing with house money.
So no, they have the
Vrabel-
most to gain.
They have the most to gain.
They have the most to gain. But Vrabel's only his second year as a coach.
Right. That says that he is a top tier coach. He's beaten Belichick. Then he's beaten. If he beats the Chiefs coach,
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid, that shows that he is a worthy head coach.
See, I went two different directions. The most they have to gain would be either Andy Reid or Aaron Rodgers. Because Andy Reid's been that coach that has never made it over that hump. He doesn't have that Super Bowl win. He has over 200 wins in the regular season, 200 wins, but never won the big game.
But see,
So
I think
he is that.
I think with the Titans, they are David in just slaying Goliath.
Yeah, and they're
Absolutely.
doing a hell of a job.
Right.
They
And
are.
it also made me not feel so bad when we only lost really 14-13.
But they still beat New England at home. You
But
know how
they-
hard in consecutive home
Right,
losses for
but
you
then
guys.
they went and beat the balls
They
off of the
annihilated
Baltimore
the
Ravens with a much higher score.
Yes.
So that
But
doesn't make
Lamar
me feel,
Jackson did not show up.
No,
he was- he-
none of them showed up.
Well, you and I
but-
talked about this. He just looked lost. He looked just
Yeah,
not even
he
there to
didn't-
play.
But,
Yeah.
but that's how he was looking towards the end of the season.
Right.
Defenses have figured him out. Running quarterbacks don't hold up.
Nope.
It only takes a matter of time till someone figures out, okay, this is how you have to defend him, and everyone adjusts to it.
Yeah, and it
Every-
came down to that
every running
they
quarterback
figured it
that's
out and
happened
they stopped him, and he couldn't do what he wanted to do, and he looked like basically a child that didn't get his way.
Throwing a temper tantrum
Yeah.
every 2
Oh,
minutes.
and did he throw temper tantrums
Oh,
on
he
the
was an
sideline?
angry elf.
Oh, he was throwing naughty words all over the place.
But so my point was either Andy Reid,
What kind of naughty words?
because he has never.
Asking for a friend.
Naughty words.
So
Go on.
do you think Andy Reid has the
Do you
most?
say these words in the bedroom?
Sometimes.
Ooh, which words?
It's normally get the fuck out of here. I don't want to deal with you.
That was kind of what he was saying.
Though I know one thing is, it wasn't oh God.
It was not.
It was
Yeah.
what the fuck are you thinking?
Not oh God and don't stop. Please
Damn,
stop.
Look
Don't
at that
stop.
bottle of champagne.
Did we do our taxes?
It wasn't, look at these roses. They're so nice.
Oh, hey, babe, Jasmine needs to go out.
I'm surprised she hasn't whined at all tonight.
Because she's got laps over there.
That's true.
Yeah,
She's snuggling.
she's snuggling over here. She's enjoying life.
Usually she's over here like whining by now.
But so my other thought was Aaron Rodgers, because he's supposedly one of the best, one of the greatest of his time. Right, Nate?
What?
Supposedly,
Aaron Rodgers is
according to Nate.
one of the best quarterbacks of his era. Yet he only has one Super Bowl win.
Yep.
He's only
Well, with that,
He was on trick pony.
Eli Manning has 2 rings. Would you consider him one of the best quarterbacks ever?
No, he's
No.
50-50.
Then that
but-
means that Super Bowl rings don't mean shit.
but they do.
Fuck y'all mouths.
But they do, because
6 of them do.
And Dan Marino has none, and he's still a Hall of Famer.
yes, but that's,
So Super Bowl rings don't mean shit. It just means you got an expensive piece of metal on your finger.
a lot of them.
And it means that Tom Brady, if you throw him in the water, he's going to sink. That's all that shit is, a bunch of fucking paperweights.
We know he jumps in the water. He doesn't sink. He swims.
Well, at least he doesn't stand on top of it like all you other
He
people
walks
think.
on water. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
you fucking whore.
I was waiting for that comment.
I tried to bring it before you even said it, and I think because I said it, you said it. I got, drinking that Kool-Aid. That's what you are right there.
Well, he is the GOAT, so.
That's a fucking sheep.
I know.
And you are just following the herd.
See, at least I admit he does fall through water.
He's had a bad year this year. It happens. But they also gave him crap to play for with, so it happens. Hey, you can't win them all. If he did, that he'd have 20 rings. Don't blink at me like that.
I'm gonna blink at you how I want to blink at you. Look, Aaron Rodgers needs to win. He needs to have another ring.
think
That's
but
what I'm
I think
saying.
rings don't really matter when it comes to greatness.
I think Andy Reid and really Aaron Rodgers have the most to lose if they don't win this year.
Well, they have the most to gain out of it, too.
No, because if you think about this, Green Bay has a rookie head coach. This is his first year as a head coach.
No,
I
no,
wasn't
no, no,
saying-
no.
But
he has a coach that's being told what to do by Aaron Rodgers.
I wasn't saying the coach has the most to win out of this or lose.
But I'm saying that if they don't win, they have the most to lose.
I think Andy Reid has
I think
the
Andy
most,
Reid has the most to lose.
because he is the highest seed left in the AFC.
He's,
He has
the oldest coach. He's the longest coaching.
Right.
Yeah, he has in theory the best.
How old is the San Francisco
quarterback.
coach?
He's like 40-something. He's younger.
He's a legacy
Okay.
because his
He's
dad
he's
is
a Shanahan.
Pat Shanahan.
Oh, he's a Shanahan.
Yeah.
He's a Shanahan. He was the offensive coordinator for the Falcons in 28-3.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
But I think Andy Reid has the most to win to gain/lose out of this weekend, and going forward.
Yeah.
If he can't get over the hump and beat a good team in the postseason, he could be closing in on the end of his career.
But though, I mean, I can agree with you. But he brought his team to the division round
Twice.
Right.
yeah, but if you host back-to-back
And lose.
championship rounds, the
but
division championship, and you lose at home both times,
It's
But
not,
you-
a, it's
you know what,
not a
though?
good pitcher.
the other thing though is
And
Ryan.
if you lose to a number 6 team, it's even worse.
I'm gonna say one name: Ryan Tannehill.
exactly.
He didn't do well he did okay in Miami.
Yep.
He was the backup to Mariota
at the beginning of the
at
year,
the beginning of
Yep.
the year. Then he takes the reins,
Vrabel benches Mariota.
and he's been winning.
He's
Yep.
been lights out.
Exactly. I think he has the most to gain,
Oh,
Yeah.
he definitely does. He's under contract, I think, for next year.
and he has earned every freaking cent of it.
Yep.
Every cent. And if he doesn't get a contract extension and like the starting position here, then I don't fucking know what you're supposed to do.
Oh, he will. There's no reason that they wouldn't go with him for next year.
But I think he has a lot to gain. There's a lot of gain and loss in this. I think the only team that doesn't have anything to worry about either way is the 49ers.
Yeah. Because they're going in with a
They're ahead of schedule.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are way ahead of schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Tannehill is only under contract for this season.
Yep.
So he will either be franchised or given a shit ton of
They're
money.
going to re-sign his ass.
Especially if he wins it all.
Oh yeah.
Even
They'd
if he
be
doesn't, they're going to
stupid
re-sign
not
him.
to.
No, I have a feeling that if they don't, they may just franchise tag him. If he wins it, it'll demand a bigger contract.
Well, I think you got to look at it this way.
But the franchise tag is only $32 million.
I would re-sign whatever they offer me.
Well,
And I only say this because how many free agent quarterbacks are going to be out there right now?
Oh,
And
no.
how many teams need quarterbacks?
But the issue is they need to re-sign Derrick Henry. He's an unrestricted free agent after this year.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They
And,
can
Yeah,
re-sign
they
them
need
both.
him.
and they need to pay the man.
They need to pay them both. So you stagger
I
the
don't
contracts.
think that
slightly.
they're going to be that close to the cap next year right now.
They're not. They have a lot of
Yeah,
they
so
have a-
re-sign them both.
Yeah, you can re-sign
Your
them
quarterback
both.
should be within the top 10% of your cap room anyway. If you have a good quarterback.
Right.
Yeah, if you have a franchise quarterback, he should
Right.
take up between like 15 to 20% of your cap.
Right. So, I mean, re-sign fucking Tannehill, re-sign Henry. You have that rookie wide receiver that is doing really well for you. In the draft, you pick up a really solid tight end,
Yep.
and you're still plenty in there. Like
Oh, yeah.
they're set themselves up for success. I almost think that we're going to be looking at Buffalo and Tennessee next division round next year.
Oh yeah.
It could very well be.
If things keep building the way they are, we could be seeing that in the next year or so.
Brady's going to be playing for Buffalo next year.
Is that where you're gonna put him next year?
He's going to go play in Denver.
Did Nate almost spit that out of that one?
He almost did.
I almost threw up.
It went down the wrong hole.
It almost came back up. That's what happened. I think he's going to go play in Denver. Or he needs to go play with Ocho Cinco in the XFL. Or go to the CFL and be the backup to fucking, what's his face there? Johnny Manziel.
I thought Manziel was kicked out of the CFL.
Was he?
I think so.
I think
We
so.
need to talk about the CFL. This is a whole other football league we're not even talking about.
Well, it's because they're done.
Yeah, they're not in this time of year. So we will talk about them after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We can discuss them when we get to XFL and CFL and
'Cause
FL.
right now
and
we're on Brady watch until March.
Who's on Brady
no,
watch?
we're not.
New England is.
No.
Everybody
just
but
need- you
everybody
just
but you.
They just
I'm
need to
not
let him
watching
go.
shit. They're either going to sign him back or they're going to let him go.
So Gail hasn't been here for the last couple weeks. Gail, would you pay him whatever he wants, or would you
No.
go to a certain point?
Okay, so our cap last.
Absolutely,
if-
I would
So
not.
hold on, no,
Oh, wait,
before
wait.
Journey, before you tell her, we want to know what your max payment would be.
Max payment, I would probably go to about what's
Per
he,
year, per
what's
year.
He getting
I'll
now?
buy him a snow cone and a CD.
Of course you would.
Just be happy you still have a chance.
What is he getting now? I can't
This
remember.
past
Herpes.
year he made $25 million.
Thought it was 27.
Oh, yeah, 27. Yeah, sorry.
So obviously he's gonna want more. At max, I would go 30
30 for how many
$1,000?
years?
$1,000? $1,000,000?
That's per year. So this
per
next year
year.
for how many years?
2.
All guaranteed?
That was a F no.
No.
No. So 30 million partially guaranteed. Like how much guaranteed?
Maybe 1 year guaranteed.
So 30 million 1 year guaranteed. But he's looking for almost like a New Orleans Saints Drew Brees contract where it was 25 million. Well, it was 50 million with 2 years all guaranteed. He's looking for that kind of contract.
He's not getting that here.
No. What we discussed last week, 20 mil
Yep.
per year. About the first year, 100% guaranteed. The second year, probably about 50% guaranteed.
Yep.
Is what we thought would be the
And it's gonna be a lot of bonus money.
max. Could add incentives to make more money past that point, but that
Yeah.
would be your baseline.
Yeah.
That's what we would say. Anything more than that, you're overpaying for him now.
Yeah, I mean, after how obviously he had shit to work with this year, but he also didn't perform up to his best ability this year either.
And he didn't put in the extra work early in the year to get on page with his receivers.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
this
he
year
could have worked harder.
And this year he came in. He at first he's like, oh, I'm gonna have Gronk back, and then Gronk decided, nope, not coming back.
So it was like he just quit. He stopped
He's
trying
like,
to put in the
crap.
effort with the rookie receivers.
And then they brought in
AB,
the one who we shall not talk about, and he's like, oh, sweet.
He got all
I have
excited.
a new toy,
and
then AB was an idiot, and then we released him because he's an idiot.
Yeah, and then he was like,
he's like, well,
a
shit.
kid getting his new toy taken away and threw a fit, and
Yep. Then it all went downhill after that.
yeah, he I don't know.
So Gail's willing to pay him a lot more than we are.
Yeah, Gail's willing to give him $30 million, 1 year guaranteed, and then after that, no guarantee, second year.
351,000.
351,000. That's a lot of money.
You can't
2
pay him
years.
that little. He has 20 years of experience. You can't pay him that little.
Yeah.
There's a minimum.
All right, then I go draft a rookie and let him do shit.
What is the league minimum for that kind of wow? League minimum for that many years. Has there ever been a player that
I
has
wish
a
I
league
had more
minimum
in
for that
me.
many years?
All right.
Jeremy's looking to find out if there's ever been another player that's played that long that has a league
What's
minimum.
the highest pay for a kicker? Whatever the highest paid kicker gets, that's how much I pay Tom Brady for 1 year.
Well, that would probably be the last Pats kicker to win in overtime.
No, there's higher paid kickers nowadays.
Oh, true.
What the hell just happened?
I don't know. Nate bumped his microphone.
I will pay him the max salary for the WNBA players. 235,000.
How did two of you not finish that?
Your mom.
Nate didn't want to fill his cup.
Yeah, but my cup was just filled.
You're welcome.
You drink more than the rest of us, anyways.
Yeah, but some of us have to wake up in like 3 hours.
So do the rest of us. Well, me.
And you're gonna get to wake up feeling just how you are.
That's true. It doesn't faze me.
Yeah, you don't get hangovers like the rest of us.
7 to 9 years is 950,000.
I think I need to restart my computer tonight.
When's the last time you restarted your computer?
Oh, probably been about 2 weeks.
Yep, you can't be doing that.
Oh, we've been just dropping a lot of frames tonight.
Come on, IT. You know you can't be doing that kind of crap.
Usually I leave my computer on for a month at a time.
What do you mean? You leave it on 365.
I do.
Back. Okay, zoom out, eh?
Beauty
This
idea.
movie was shot in 3B. 3 beers and it looks good, eh?
Hold it around.
So what did you figure out what the league minimum is?
All I can find is the league minimum for players 7 to 9 years. At least $915,000.
So $1 million.
Yeah, so pretty much $1 million. So it'd probably be at least $1.5 million. I don't know if they have any.
All right.
They don't usually expect people to play it for that long.
I tell you what, I'll pay him $2 million, give him 4 goats and 10 acres of land in Florida swamp.
But he just bought a very expensive house in
$15.3 million.
But see, the 10 acres in Florida swamp, he can then resell to Disney, and they can put an amusement park in there, and he get paid way more.
This is true.
Which him buying
Or he can
that
go ahead and
house-
hide the dead bodies that Aaron Hernandez murdered all those years ago. Oops.
Oh, speaking
soon?
of, so
I will watch that.
yes, that was something.
You're
maybe
welcome, Mo. You wanted to hear about it. I found a way.
Did we not mention that none of us have watched that yet earlier in the broadcast?
I didn't even know it was I didn't know it was a real thing until today.
We
Really?
didn't
Yeah.
mention it in the broadcast. I don't think.
No, we
I
did.
think we mentioned it before we
I think
started.
that was before Jeremy.
No, I'm pretty. Oh, I thought we talked about Reddit more
No,
shortly
I
into
think it was
starting it.
before.
No, I think we were.
All right, let's go back.
talking on the mics.
Let's pause and go back to the first few minutes. I thought it was within.
No.
I thought it was when we were doing our first opening.
I would need
talks.
another computer that records at the same time to be able to do that, and I don't have that kind of time to do it. Unless you want to rewind all the way to the very beginning of the show, which I think you can actually through if you're on the thing.
Please no.
But I think it's time that we call it a day, since
Really?
we only have 2 concurrent viewers. So that means
Which
that
is me and you.
Hi.
Me and the cast.
You and looks like Amanda is the only one because Leah went to bed. So we're gonna call this a night. Again, subscribe, join,
like,
share, all that fun stuff.
comment.
Yeah, and if you're looking to sponsor, we can go ahead and just add your information right here, right there.
Yeah.
You can have it live, and we'll even give you little tidbits, and we'll even put a commercial in the show. But like us, subscribe, click, all that good stuff, because the more people subscribe to us, the more things we get, kind of like publicity-wise.
We will add links in the comments to all of our opposite broadcasts, so you can click on it and quickly subscribe and like and follow us.
And then maybe Nate will get out of the black, and then he could pay Gail to monitor
red?
shit. Get into the black.
Get into the black.
Yeah. I'm fucking hurting.
You know that buying a house thing kills all your income.
Oh yeah, it did.
No, it's buying fucking studio shit.
That and gym equipment.
Shut your whore mouth.
Stupid gym equipment.
At some point, we're gonna be the Thin and Thin podcast.
Yeah, I know. I'm
gonna say that's BS right there.
I'm gonna get your tubby little brother into freaking
older
190 pounds.
Shorter, older brother.
You're still little compared to him.
And you're tubby,
so I'm outweighed Jerry at least by a good 25
You've
pounds.
outweighed me since day one. Don't lie to yourself.
He's got you by like 5 inches.
No, he's only got me by like 3 inches.
Before we sign off, if anyone knows of any local youth sports that are happening right now, find me either on the Thick and Thin Facebook page, or you can find me on Facebook and let me know what's happening so that I can feature it.
You couldn't wait?
No. I thought she was done.
You're an asshole.
I thought there was going to be like a nice pause, and it...
So
love you, Muppet.
So follow, like us, subscribe, and
all that fun
basic
stuff.
The basic shit that you do on these social networking shit.
That's